If you did not hear, I swear we're done with that series until we find a way to end it. But we just don't want to right now. I don't want to finish it. But if I come up with more ideas and a full ending, I will do it.
Anyway, before the video starts, my Discord server is about to hit 28,000 members, and we're trying to get to 30k members, so go join that. It's going to be the first link in the description. Channel memberships are also officially live on my channel, so if you want to become a channel member, you can do that as well. That's going to be linked in the description also. Pretty much what you can get out of that is a follow back from me on all socials, your own private role in my Discord server, which has access to my private VCs that I'm frequently in, and a personal video cameo, which pretty much just means I'll say whatever you want me to say for 30 seconds. All my socials are going to be in the description as well. Twitter,
I don't know what I want for my house. I want something really simple, but not so simple it's like a dirt shack.
Is that you?
I see you've been doing well on YouTube, son.
Yeah, Dad. I have 1 billion a gillion subscribers, and they all love me.
How much money are you making?
So much. Like more than 1 billion of a lot of it.
Hey son, remember that one time I took you to the dollar store? And you bought your favorite toy?
Dad, I bought that.
Oh.
You wouldn't let me borrow yours. But that's okay.
Son, do you love me?
To the moon and back, Daddy.
Give Daddy some money, son.
Okay, you just need more weed again probably.
No, I'm gonna use the money to win back your mother. Does she still work at the strip joint?
What? No. She's an angel, she would never work that job. You're probably thinking of someone else probably.
Oh, okay. Hey son, do you still like boys?
What? I never liked boys. What's wrong with you?
What about that one time with Justin?
That never happened. Nothing ever happened.
Oh, okay, so you like girls now.
I always liked girls, Dad. You probably don't even like girls probably anyway.
Let's just say I didn't get the name Butterfingers for no reason.
Did you drop the soap?
Oh son, I dropped it all.
You? I wish my dad was cool. Why did you have to punch Uncle?
Because I wanted to.
Dad, you are a real eye-hole dude. Uncle Gare didn't deserve that.
I have a question, son.
What?
Why are you racist? I've been hearing that you are racist.
I'm not, Dad. You are black, so how could I be racist? It's all lies. Who would you rather believe? Your lit son, or the haters? AKA Bright Lips the Clown.
Well, I always liked Justin more. You always seemed strange.
Justin sucks. I'm way better than him at every games.
Speaking of gaming, do you like the mic I sent from prison?
No, Dad, everyone hates heights, but I know it is really good, so thanks.
What? I spent like $7 on that bad boy.
I'm sorry, Dad. The haters just are stupid and can't hear probably. Maybe they're just stupid probably actually.
Do they like Justin's mic?
No, they don't even like that. He's always hurting my ears. His mic sucks.
Wow. So again I have to ask, how much money have you made so far?
Dad, are you broke?
No. I just want to donate to charity.
Dad, you hate charity.
Oh.
You're probably just gonna buy weed probably. I know you, Dad. That's what you did last time.
They had a special. Buy 4 pounds, get 1 gram free.
Fuck, you are so cheap. Stop asking me for money, Dad. You can't have my millions gillions.
I'll take you to the dollar store.
Okay. I will do it then.
Okay, do it then.
Actually. Probably I can't do it right now. It's because I ran out of data so I can't send the money. Sorry, Dad.
How are you talking to me right now then?
I'm using Justin's phone, Dad. I stole it from him because he said I was trash at Fortnite.
Wow.
Justin's poor, he doesn't even have any money on here. So I can't send you sorry, Dad.
Got any cash?
Yeah, I keep like 2 million gillion on me at all times. Just in case I want to buy a car or something.
Okay, can I come over and pick some up?
Oh no, you can't probably because my money is actually getting washed right now actually. It's in the dryer, honest.
Okay, well, why do people on the internet hate you?
Most people love me. It's just one idiot clown dude. That's photoshopped. I can't believe you would photoshop that. You aren't getting anything from me, bum boy.
Okay. I wanna know, is my son getting ladies like his old man?
Dude, don't even get me started. I have like over 1 gillion and 1 baddies on speed dial. Ready to glock 9,000.
Haha, that's my boy. What's her name?
Jaden.
Are you sure it's a girl? Do you remember the trick I taught you to make sure?
You know, gross. Girls have cooties. I'm more into the women.
I'm trying to learn more about you after all the years I lost. Are you good at any sports?
Am I good? I'm like the bestest. I can run 50 miles. I am 1 minute probably, honestly. Like I'm actually so good. Wanna see?
Sure. Son, you're not black.
It was summertime. I was a bit tan. Don't you agree? Right?
You are also not skinny. You're fat.
I am
What?
not.
I didn't
You
even
haven't
put my
seen me in
mouse
years,
on
Dad.
there. I my
I'm actually
controller on
really
there.
tall and skinny. Swear
So
honest.
gay,
How
man.
tall?
Like 6'7" probably.
Why do you have to lie?
I'm not lying. Honestly, I'm not. If I was, I would say.
Do you still talk to your stuffed animals?
I don't. I never did. Barry the bear was only a one-time thing. He was different from all the other animals, Dad.
Barry the bear.
He's the best bear that has ever lived. You wouldn't understand anyway.
Do you still listen to Katy Perry?
I do. So what? She is really good. So what? She is the best ever probably, besides me.
You sing?
I do. I am like the best at it. You probably already knew that though.
You suck.
I don't. You do. You suck in jail.
Have your
Stop.
grades improved at all?
No way. The lower the grades, the hotter the girls.
Do you want to end up like me?
You have no way. You are like gay and in jail. And broke.
Are you homophobic?
What? No, I am not. Justin's gay, and we're related, so like I can't probably.
Okay.
Dad, are you actually gay though?
Well, son, there aren't a lot of girls in jail. So sometimes the boys start looking pretty different. And always remember my golden rule. If the socks are on, the gay is gone.
Oh, that makes sense probably. So like if me and a boy kiss with socks on it isn't gay.
Yes.
I guess I'm not gay then.
You kissed a boy.
Wait, no, I was kidding, Dad. You know that, right? I was probably joking actually, Dad.
Well, okay.
Dad, are you broke?
Well, yeah. Ever since I punched your uncle into the ground, things haven't been great.
How much do you make?
I don't.
Why, Dad? I'm sorry.
It's okay. You know you could help me.
No. You just want my money, Dad. You probably don't even love me. Give me 5 reasons why you might love me.
Son, I could probably give you 1.5 minimum.
Shut up. But can you at least say the 1.5?
Okay, well, the first one is you're my son, so I kinda have to love you. And you're pretty funny looking, so whenever I look at you, I laugh.
Dad, that is mean. You're probably a jerk, actually. I don't know how Justin can like you.
Because I loved Justin more.
Well, I'm glad I'm with Mommy. Instead of you, she only gets mad sometimes when I'm too loud.
Mommy is a crack whore.
She is an angel. You wouldn't know.
She is literally busting down at the club right now.
No, she's actually tucking Justin in for bed probably. How are you so silly?
Alright, I have another question, son. Why have you been lying about your age online?
I haven't. I am 21, you know that, right? You got locked up when I was 12. I used to say #FreePops, but I don't know if I want you free anymore.
You just said Justin was getting tucked in for bed, though.
Yeah, because he is stupid. He requires Mommy to tuck him in. Like all the time.
He's mentally challenged?
He's your son. You should know that.
Are you still mentally challenged?
I never was. Don't lie. Are you trying to embarrass me? You are a douchebag.
Yes, I hate you.
What? Do you see now, Dad? I've had it up to here.
Would you fight to the end for your beloved civilization? There was this one player on Rise of Kingdoms just like this, a French player who really loved playing as Sparta. So he established a Spartan alliance on server 1330. Yo, Jay.
Hello?
Yeah, Jay, I got your dad here, man.
What? Dad?
Right. Jay. It's been so long, Jay.
I'm not very happy with you right now, actually.
Well, I just got back from prison.
Yeah, you could have lived for like a long time, dude. Why do you even have my uncle?
Alright, so Uncle Tucker, you see, he was trying to like sleep with my wife.
No, you didn't!
In the house, I super kicked him like if I was Shawn Michaels.
Did you have feelings for Jay's uncle?
Yes.
Did you want to bang him?
We do live in Alabama after all, so it's like...
You live in Alabama?
Don't tell him where you live!
You live in Alabama? Jay. Oh, so you and Justin must be having fun, huh, Jay?
I mean, yeah. Jay, man, are you still like kissing boys and stuff?
Yo, what? What? Jay, what? No way. No way. That's your dad, dude. That's your dad.
No, I know it's not. That's what I used to. Shut up, alright? Jerk.
I gotta ask Jay's dad, did you ever do it in jail with some of the guys?
I mean, shit, man. Of course, I get like sat with fucking other big sweaty men.
Listen, I feel like maybe I should tell you something.
What?
This isn't your dad.
What?
Nah, it's just some homeless ass guy I picked up on the street.
Yeah, boy. You fucking bitch ass nigga.
What?
It's been about a year since my school found my channel, and I thought that... Yo, what's going on, guys? Bright Clips here. Today I trolled an angry racist kid, and I got his dad in the call. Well, sort of.
New Revlon So Fierce Big Bad Lash Mascara. Double-sided brush. The curvy side creates extreme volume instantly. Flat side fans out lashes.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Bright Clips here. Today I'm going to be trolling an angry racist kid as a police officer. This video is super long, so I'm not going to waste any time. Discord server just hit 27,000 members. That's going to be the first link in the description. Yeah, again, this video is super long, so just enjoy.
Hello, is this Justin?
Who's asking? Your name is Officer and I don't like pigs. So who are you?
My name is Officer Thompson. The FBI contacted your brother Jay, correct?
They contacted my brother? What are you feds trying to do? He said this loser named Bright Clip sent him. Did Bright Clip send you?
No, I wasn't sent by a talking clown. I was sent by the FBI to contact you.
For what? And is that you in your profile picture?
Yes.
So you are black?
Yes.
Why did you contact me? What is your purpose?
I've been informed that you and your brother are racist.
How are we even racist, bro? Jay might be racist, but that's only because Dad hit our mom. But I'm not. I love Dad. So why are you talking to me?
Well, I have a series of questions to ask you that are similar to the questions the FBI asked your brother.
Wait, are you guys gonna recruit me? OMG, I'm gonna be in the FBI. VR, that's so cool. Will I get a badge and a cool hat and a car that goes like wee woo woo wee woo?
No, Justin, you're not gonna join the police force. Most you'll get after this is a broken lollipop and a high five.
Bro, I get to high five a cop. Wait, no, you guys are pigs. Fuck 12. You are why my dad is locked up. Hashtag free pops. He ain't done nothing. Ungang.
Your dad did 4 counts of aggravated assault, 2 domestic violence charges, and 3 suspected homicides.
Hashtag free pops. It's cause he's black. He ain't done nothing. You're racist?
I'm literally black.
Whatever. Just tell me your dumb questions. Officer Thompson. What kind of name even is that?
Do you own any weapons?
Yeah. Look at these bad boys. And if that doesn't work. I got the Glock 9.
The last time I saw an orange tip that big, I was at the gentleman's playground.
Oh yeah, totally. The gentleman's playground. I go there all the time. Like there's so many cool kids there. And they are gangbangers.
Yeah, they do a different type of gang banging there. Anyway, have you ever abused a substance?
Dude, what do you even mean substance? What are you white? It's called drugs. I take 5 tabs of the good stuff every day. Drugs got me sweating in the room getting colder.
Are you singing a Juice WRLD song?
Dude, shut up. Those are lyrics to my new song coming out. I think I'm gonna call it Pop With Me. Or Lean With Me. I don't know. But stop acting black when you're white. Substance. Who even uses that word? White people.
Alright, next question.
See, now I know you're white cause you're avoiding. But ask.
Have you ever dated someone?
Bro, I've had like 4,862 girlfriends.
Yeah, sure.
Dude, I literally have one of my girlfriends as my PFP.
That's a Fortnite character.
Don't degrade her like that. Not only are you white, you also degrade women. What a loser. I also have an IRL girlfriend. Look at her. See, you could never get a girl like this.
That's Lana Rhodes.
Dude, exactly. She's mine and only mine. Loser.
Okay, whatever, I'll just put you down as unaccompanied.
Whatever. You're probably gay anyways. So you have a boyfriend, not even a girlfriend, ha ha ha. Loser.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 18, Sir Pigo.
Do you really want to lie to a police officer? Because I doubt an 18-year-old would have a plastic sword.
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna be the bigger person. Even though you're the cop. And should be the bigger person since you're talking to a kid. But I'll be the bigger person. Sure, I have a plastic sword, Officer Pigs a lot, but I am 18.
You said you were 18, but you just called yourself a kid.
No, I didn't. You're capping. Show proof. Come on. Exactly. Hush mode.
Okay, next question. Have you ever done anything illegal?
I am a gangbanger. We kill people, move packs, sell drugs, house extortion, everything. But I'll never snitch, so you'll never know what we do.
You just snitched.
You can build account lists, lead lists. It's a very, very powerful tool.
In March 1943, I graduated from the academy and was sent out to the front line as infantry.
What did I just
On the
find?
day I reported for duty, we suffered an air raid. I was the only member of my platoon who survived.
Dude, where I literally did it. Where? You think I'm 69? Do I look like a rainbow hair rat to you?
Do you play video games?
Heck yeah. I'm so freaking good, I'm so good I even said bad words. Don't tell my mom, please. I don't want to get hurted again.
What was the first video game you ever played?
Fortnite, that game is godly. I'm the best. I'm literally the first player that ever played it.
You're 18 and the first video game you ever played is Fortnite?
Dude, Fortnite is literally probably older than you, bro. Like, honestly.
I've been in the
I had a
police
friend
force
that
for
thought
20 years.
Fortnite was
So
like
you're saying
18
you're
years old.
Loser, if you're 20, and you enter the police force at 18 exactly. Like on the dot. Like on the spot. Like right then and there. And 18 plus 20 is 42, then or 42. Loser.
I don't even want to spend any energy trying to understand what you just said.
Bro, I put you on hush mode 3 times already. Loser piggy.
Do you have any parents?
Yeah, I have a mom and dad, who's black and in jail cause of you. Hashtag free pops on being innocent.
Is your mom doing anything illegal?
What are you even trying to imply? My mom is perfect like a dime piece. You're probably mad cause you haven't got a mom.
It says here your mom divorced your dad after he got arrested, then married your dad's brother.
Wait. My dad is my uncle. And my uncle is not my dad but my uncle. And my brother. I'm confused.
Yeah, also I'm not supposed to mention this, but I see your mom at the club from time to time.
What? She doesn't go to the club, she works.
Oh, so that's why she's always in the back. Different kind of work, I guess.
Wait, are you trying to call my mommy a slut?
Yes.
Dude, no. Why would you say that? You're supposed to be nice to people. People are right. Cops are pigs. I hate you.
Loser.
What? You call out my dad, my mom, my uncle, my brother. You know what we do. I would fight you IRL cause you're white. But you're gay, so I don't want to touch you. Let 1v1 now. BC.
The question isn't which came first, it's who gets to take home that adorable little Reese's egg.
Gotta give me a starter island. There we go. Collect a little more. Oh, somebody's on that one. Well done.
Jesus.
Hey, are you ready?
Yeah, is this Justin?
Yeah, this is Justin. Are you ready?
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean ready?
We're gonna play Fortnite.
We're gonna play Fortnite?
Yeah, I'm done. You think that you're so tough, but you're not. You're just a pig.
Okay, well, before we play Fortnite, I guess, I did a background check on Ancestry.com, and it says you're 20% Chinese. So why are you racist?
I'm eating chips. Let's just go.
Okay.
Follow me, 'cause I'm the best. Can I get up?
Another sticker.
Are you ready to go, man?
Yeah.
You can only get the blue stuff, 'cause you're bad.
Okay.
Loser. So bad. Come on, start already. Stop! You're just spamming. How do you hit that? You cheated!
So bad, oh my goodness.
No, you're cheating. You know what? I'm using the best gun in the game.
Maybe not.
Come on! Stop! My middle is hard! You know what? This map sucks. Let's go to my map.
You wanna go to a different map?
Oh my god, you ready? No! Stop!
Dude, why does it look like a child's room?
Stop! It's my map! Yeah. Stop! I'm fixing my stuff!
Okay.
No!
Dude, what are you doing?
This is my house!
It's your house? Okay, I'll build my own house, dude.
Yes.
Wait, no, I could have made you into a regular villager. But I don't have a name tag. Ooh.
Wait, why is it a J fan? That's what brake clips use!
Oh, I don't know. I like it. I don't know. It sounds cool.
Wait a minute. Why do you sound like brake clips? Are you brake clips?
Maybe.
You know what? You're so
Wait,
bad. So
where am I?
What's happening?
Oh, dude. First time?
Huh?
Yeah, we're on pause. He's grabbing a coffee or something. You might want to get comfortable. This may take a while. So, what are you doing after, huh?
I'm kind of seeing someone.
Right, cool. Yeah. Awkward.
Well, I'm gonna have to see where base is, like looking at coordinates. Yeah, we are lost. We're lost. Where base is, like.
You broke?
No, I just want to donate to charity.
Dad, you hate charity.
Oh,
66. And negative 150. Okay, so we need to go to negative 150. Oh, 2 people. I know one of them was me, but maybe it's just a YouTube bot looking at my thing. Okay, so negative 150. Let's go there. Alright. Yep, YouTube bot. Ooh, I do have some emeralds. I have 3 emeralds. Let's see if this guy could offer me anything I need. Wow, you really suck. The bone meal's like decent, but you should be able to sell him like really weird stuff, like not dirt, because dirt is like super not like he probably wouldn't take dirt, but I mean, like, think about it. He just takes random stuff. He just sells you random stuff. Like, there's no way to get it. That kind of like add mystery. Like, ooh, did this guy exist when the other beings of like Steve exist, or was it just a huge coincidence? But no, there's no mystery because, bruh, it was just it's just a prank, bruh. Oh, there we are. Wow. No. We weren't far at all. This is why I really like streaming. Just even if like I didn't like your streaming for like you guys, it has advantages. Like I can find my base at any time, just watching the footage and like going to the end in our last series. Remember that? Okay, here we go. Now we're switching videos because there's an ad. Ooh. Another ad. That's bad.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Bright Clips here. Today I catfished an angry racist kid part I don't even know at this point. Near the end of the video, I confronted him about the diss track that he made on me, which was interesting to say the least.
Bright clips, I don't really like you, you're so bad.
So wait till the end to see his reaction to that. Also, the Discord server just hit 26,000 members. That's
I think we're gonna spend this diamond. I think we deserve it.
And channel memberships are finally up on my channel. That's gonna be linked in the description as well. There's like 3 different levels to it, and pretty much each tier is higher quality rewards. So the higher your tier is, the more you're gonna get out of it. You can get stuff like your own role in my Discord server, which has access to all my.
Okay, we're gonna treat ourselves, guys.
And there's a reward called Cameo where you can ask me to say anything you want for 30 seconds. And I already know you guys are gonna make me say some weird stuff, so I'm prepared for it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Enjoy the video.
Hey. BROMG, are you actually a girl?
Let me check.
Wait, no. Can I check?
I mean, how old are you?
I'm 18.
You're 18 and you have a Fortnite profile picture?
Hey, Fortnite is cool. I'm so cracked I have like 26 wins.
Do you have any siblings that are normal?
Yeah, oh wait, normal, that's not nice.
How old is your sibling?
My brother? He's 12. He's so young.
What's his name?
Jay, but I call him AJ.
Fascinating.
Or fancy eating beautiful.
Thanks, 9-year-old.
Stop, I'm 18, bro. I am above the age of consent.
You would need a ladder to kiss me.
No, I'm 4'3" and tall. Wait, I can kiss you.
No, I don't kiss 9-year-olds. You gotta prove to me you're 18.
Do I look like I'm 9? You know I'm hot.
Oh yeah, dude, you're super hot.
Thanks, man. But you're hotter, princess. You know we're getting pretty close. Do you think I could maybe see what's underneath that beautiful shirt of yours?
My friend Roberto is using my phone right now.
How are you texting me? Wait, Roberto, that's a guy name.
Yeah, he's super hot.
What? I bet him hotter, let me see him now. You know, I'll give him that he's kinda cute. But I'm so much cuter, why can't you call me super hot?
Well, I don't know that much about you. Tell me about yourself.
Well, first off, I'm like super duper good at Fortnite. If someone wants to call you dog water, I'll 360 them. And then no scope. And then double pump. Like bang bang bob. Also, I'm hot cause you didn't deny it. So plaza plaza plaza.
Well, I don't like Fortnite, so what else is cool about you?
Bro, you don't like Fortnite?
No.
But, that's all I've ever amounted to. That doesn't turn you on a little bit?
What part of that would turn me on?
For when people wanna bully you, I'll whoop them in Fortnite. Cause you're a girl. So you can't defend yourself.
Would you whoop them in real life?
Yes, of course. Wait, are they black or white?
IDK.
I could do it if they are white. Black people are too strong.
Okay. I have a question for you.
Yes, cutie pie.
Are you racist?
No, my dad is black. Wait, do you have black friends?
Yeah.
They scare me. Can you make them like me so I can scare my friends?
If your dad is black, why would you be scared?
Cause he's in jail.
Why is he in jail?
He didn't like my uncle for some reason. It sucks cause I loved it when he came and spent the night in my bed. So we fought him. Now he is in jail.
Wait, your uncle slept in your bed?
Yeah, we had sleepovers and we played Fortnite.
Okay, what part of any of this is gonna make me wanna date you?
Bro, I could literally be going to the Fortnite World Cup right now, but I'm sitting here talking to you. Please just give me a chance.
I need.
Okay, I'll give you a chance. Tell me more about yourself.
Wait, really, do you are in love with me?
Well, let me see. So far you told me you'll fight for me. But only if the person is white, and any other fight will be through Fortnite?
Yeah, cause
Ball Pool, with over 10 million daily players on your smartphone or tablet.
Yeah. We need to get that obsidian. We can build a portal, maybe.
Secondly, if you lose, a Fortnite gamer freaking bad. And don't ever deserve a girl. But I never lose. I've only died 3 times my entire career.
Has anyone ever told you you should join a spelling bee?
Yes, my mommy told me to once. That's why Dad 360 no-scoped her face with his hand. No reboot card for her.
Are you okay?
Yes, baby girl, thank you for asking.
Do you want me to call someone?
I thought you'd never ask. Call me. I want to hear your beautiful voice.
How tall are you?
I'm 146 in centimeters.
Wait, so you're 4 feet?
No, stop, I'm 4'9". That's close to 5.
And you're 18?
Yes, I'm 18, can you please stop doubting me? Bro, stop, I'm not a dwarf. Does this look like me?
I'm assuming it does, yeah.
Bro, it's freaking out, please stop. I'm sorry, excuse my language. But stop.
You didn't even curse? What language are you excusing?
Well, I don't know what pack of wolves raised you, but in my family we don't say the F word.
Isn't your dad in jail? I'm sure they say a lot of F words in prison.
No, he's a child of God himself, he is the next Jesus. He has never sinned.
Didn't he hit your uncle?
No, he didn't. Stop bringing up the past. It wasn't his fault.
Was your uncle doing something to provoke him?
Yes, he was being a poopy head. Oh no. I said another one. I'm sorry. Excuse my language.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're 100% not 18.
Okay, fine, I'm not 18. I'm 19. You caught me.
Oh my god. Alright, just tell me what a first date would look like.
We could go to the beach. Maybe go to eat at the best place. And I'll pay for everything. And we could do the bad thing in a hotel. And we could set up candle. And have fun. And candle?
The bad thing, what are we hiding, a dead body?
No, but your body will be dead when I'm finished.
The only thing dead is your uncle after your psycho dad assaulted him.
My dad isn't a psycho, I love my dad. Or like my brother, he hates her dad.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Frown. Now let's get back on track. What's for Snap Princess?
Sorry, I'm not attracted to a Fortnite playing dwarf.
Good thing I'm not a dwarf. And look, I'll make you a deal. As long as you love me,
in the distance.
I'll stop playing Fortnite. Just for you. 'Cause I'm in love. So tell me something about you? I've talked about myself so much, I want to know about you.
I spend my days protesting outside of the Epic Games studio.
But Epic has some good games. Like Rocket League. I'm good at that one too. Like amazing. Not as good as my brother Jay though.
You're good at Rocket League.
Yes, very good. I'll carry you to Grand Champ if you want.
I was watching this one clip from this one guy named Bright Clips. And you didn't look like you were very good.
OMG, not the clown. Bro, he's literally a clown. You watch his videos? But don't okay Fortnite. I'm starting to think you're not over 18.
Nah, I only saw...
What? I was at the surface! This game is terrible, man!
Let me.
If you're sure.
What is that? This game is actually doo-doo, man. This game is so
I
bad!
didn't want to have to do this. But if this is what it takes. I have a lot of money. And nice cars. And the best mic.
Send a picture of your car.
I don't want to quit the series, but that's all my fucking
So
stuff.
cool, dude.
Wait, you like it? We could drive in it.
No, it's ugly.
You know what? So are you. I've tried to be nice. I've tried being sweet. I've tried conversation. I even would drop Fortnite. But no, we're just a hoe.
Dang, I was just about to give you my snap. You sure?
I was joking. Send it still.
You just called me ugly and called me a hoe?
I meant hoe like garden hoe. Like in Minecraft. I have a special hoe. For only the best people. And you can have it. And we can put our Minecraft beds next to each other.
Nah, I don't buy that. I was just about to give you my snap too.
Bro, stop. Give IT, God, are so annoying. Hello? Can you send it? Why is it taking so long? Bro, I'm sick of this.
Alright, tell me the truth about yourself and maybe I will. Like no lies.
Promise? For real, for real? Like on God?
Yee.
Alright, I'm actually 30. I didn't want to seem too old for you. I just thought a fine woman like you would want something nice. And my dad never beat my uncle. I just wanted to seem interesting.
Lamau, is it trendy to have an abusive dad?
I thought maybe you'd feel bad for me.
So you tried to guilt trip me into dating you?
No, that's not how it is. I just wanted someone to love. I promise it'll be good.
Are you rich or did you lie about that too?
No, that part is true. But it doesn't help with the pain I feel inside.
I don't want to end this series. I promise I don't want to end this series. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back on my, God damn it.
Okay.
So you can't
Thing to say the least.
Get it?
like Fortnite?
Obsidian, we can build a portal, maybe.
I love my dad. Or like my brother, he hates her dad.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Frown. Now let's think about myself so much too.
It's one clip from this one guy.
Okay, 6. Wait. Okay, we're gonna need to go to 600, -323. Okay, come on. Where's... Come on, go up higher. Where is it?
Excuses. He has never sinned.
Didn't he hit your uncle? Out to give you my...
Because some good games. Like Rocket League. I'm good at that one too. Like amazing. Not as good as my brother Jay though.
You're good at Rocket League.
Yes, very good. I'm carrying you to Grand Champ if you want.
201. Where is it? I'm so close. Yes, I see it. Come on. Just at least some of my loot, please, still be there.
So to all of the fans of Anonymous, I do hope you don't feel too disappointed in your pathetic hero's attempt to fight back. And do please continue to endure his
600.
repetitive,
Oh, we're not even close.
I do not wish for poor Lieutenant to suffer the consequences of Fast-Face's inability to defend himself.
God. No, if I lose that stuff, man, it's gonna take me forever to get back. Go. Fine. Is that all of it? Got my sword back. What about my pickaxe? I need my pickaxe. Well, we got my full armor back. Oh god.
I'm in front of a restaurant with $100,000 check. Hey, how's it going? I'm curious if you would quit your job for $100,000.
No, I don't think I would. Like, I have got bills to pay.
You could get a different job and have $100,000.
My boss would not be happy.
Let's ask him. Would you be mad if she quit for $100,000?
Not at all.
Are you serious? I'm your favorite employee.
I would quit.
You heard your boss.
Okay, I'm putting my 2-week notice right now.
We'll go 2 weeks.
And if you don't believe the money is real, in this car is $100,000 in duffel bags.
Mr. Beast, thanks to you, I can quit my job now. I'm so happy.
We're just getting started. We have hundreds of thousands of more dollars we're giving away next bit. And now we're going to do it again at Walmart. Have either of you seen the channel Mr. Beast?
Yes.
I was curious, would you quit your job for $10,000 in cash?
No.
I figured you'd say that. You don't actually have to quit your job. Do you want 10 grand though?
Yes, I would love it.
Here you go. We're not actually going to make her quit her job. Oh, you're crying?
We just found out my grandma had stage 1 cancer.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's just God way of working things out. Like, this is such a blessing.
Now we're on a football field with 2 ex-quarterbacks. Now, can you throw that football to him? You guys just made $1. You just made another $1. Every time you throw the football back and forth, you guys get $1. Now, here's the thing. If one of you drop it or it touches the ground, you lose all your money. They literally have all day to make as much money as they want. We're going to go to the next
We're
bit.
going to
This is an
camp here
$800,000
until...
mansion, and this is the key to the front door. Play dramatic music.
I'm gonna stay here until the morning because it's too dangerous.
Now, Nolan, if you pick the correct key out of this fishbowl that unlocks this door, you get to keep this mansion. Pick a key. No, wait! Good luck. Oh, he's got the keys out. This could be an $800,000 decision. Nolan, you're taking forever. Pick a key. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was a bad decision. If this key unlocks the house, he gets a mansion. Oh, thank God. This makes him bad! We are now at an airport and this is a pilot.
I fly a plane.
And I want you to take this piece of paper and make a paper airplane. And if it makes it past this line, he gets $1,000. 5,000, 10,000, and if it makes it all the way past this line, $20,000. So if there was anyone who knew how to make a perfect paper airplane, it would be Wayne.
That would be me.
Do you think you're gonna win the 20 grand?
I'm gonna give it my best shot.
$20,000 is on the line. The precision. Hey, that's not bad. Wait a minute, Chris. It only halfway made it. This is the halfway point of the airplane. Oh, all right. Just won $10,000 in cash.
I'll take it.
Wait, can we just throw this money in your plane?
Yes, sir. Put it right back here.
Now that the money's in your plane, the only reasonable thing to do is fly off, right? All right, let's go give away more money. Now we're on the side of the road, and we have a flat.
It's not uncommon on the internet to find someone spouting off nonsensical medical opinions. But at least for the most part, these people do not lie about their credentials. But what if somebody went so far as to pretend to be a doctor? Not only that, what if they were actually a teenager, and people really did believe them? Well, that is the story we'll be discussing today. When you go to the doctor, whether it be for a routine checkup or something more serious, have you ever felt the impulse to confront them on their legitimacy, to question their credentials? For the overwhelming majority of you watching, the answer is most likely no. After all, what are the odds that your doctor has fabricated their diploma? How could they get away with it to the point of treating you? And why would someone even want to do such a ludicrous thing? Clearly, this is an irrational fear. For everyone, that is, except for patients of Malachi Love Robinson. Before becoming the subject of headlines across the nation, Malachi was born and raised in West Palm Beach, Florida, and was your regular, overly ambitious 17-year-old. But unlike most others at his age, his ambition would manifest itself in some unscrupulous ways when he decided that he wanted to become a doctor without going through the hassle of medical school. His antics began in January of 2015, when Malachi was escorted out of the local hospital, St. Mary's, for impersonating medical personnel. Witnesses reported that he had been wandering around the building's halls with a doctor's coat, entering patient rooms and shadowing different doctors for over a month. Dr. Sebastian Kent, a gynecologist at St. Mary's, told investigators that Malachi had introduced himself to him as an anesthesiologist with years of experience, and made an attempt to befriend him so that the doctor would show him around. But it seems he pushed the limits too far and was caught. Fortunately for Malachi, the hospital didn't press charges, asserting in a statement that he never had patients nor obtained access to any off-limit areas. Though baffled by his actions, police decided no crime had been committed. You'd think after that experience he'd have learned his lesson, but that was far from the case, as only 7 months later the teen was back into trouble with the law. It was discovered by the Florida Department of Health that despite having no degree or license in the field, he had been holding a job as a massage therapist at a rehabilitation facility for months. His position was rightfully stripped away when they caught wind of his activity, after receiving a complaint regarding his lack of training. On December 2nd, he received a cease and desist letter from the department, ordering him to quit doing massage therapy until he had received the appropriate credentials. Just as last time, however, this didn't deter Malachi from continuing to pursue his dream of being an inauthentic professional. In a way, these cons were only appetizers for the main course that was soon to come. We'll learn more about that after a brief word from our sponsor. For a lot of people, sitting down and reading a large book can be a daunting task. Movie and the book. So I wanted to partner, a now 18-year-old Malachi opened up and began running his own clinic, called the New Birth, New Life Medical Center and Urgent Care. Because he shared an office block with a few legitimate and well-known medical practices, his operation was able to blend right in. To bolster the legitimacy of the practice, he created a website, which is filled to the brim with bizarre wording, obviously fake testimonials, and a service page that only features the text, "Type your paragraph here," over a thematically inappropriate stock photo. There was also a staff page where below a cheeky photo of President, CEO, and founder Dr. Malachi A. Love Robinson is his official bio, which is too good not to read in its entirety here. Dr. Malachi A. Love Robinson is a well-rounded professional that treats and cares for patients, using a system of practice that bases treatment on physiological functions and abnormal conditions on natural laws governing the human body. Dr. Love Robinson utilizes physiological, psychological, and mechanical methods, such as air, water, light, heat, earth, phototherapy, food and herb therapy, psychotherapy, electrotherapy, physiotherapy, mechanotherapy, naturopathic corrections and manipulation, and natural methods of modalities, together with natural medicines, natural processed foods, and herbs and nature's remedies. On top of that impressive list of methods, he also made an account for himself on healthgrades.org, where he listed his age at 25 and proclaimed that he was a working minister. Malachi then created a fake diploma from the University of Arizona for himself and promoted it on his Facebook page. Now, technically, had he never interacted with patients under the false pretense that he was a medical practitioner and simply limited his role to a quote-unquote president with actual MDs and PAs to work for the clinic, he wouldn't have done anything illegal. However, as you can probably guess, that's not the avenue Malachi chose. He regularly stepped out of bounds to get into contact with patients, the most damning example being Anita Morrison, an 86-year-old woman who found him as a result of suffering from severe intestinal pain and searching on the internet for natural therapy doctors in her area. Malachi visited her home many times over a few weeks, always wearing a white coat and stethoscope, and wasted her time with ad-lib treatment. At a point, she grew to be so ill that Malachi called for an ambulance. Before she entered the hospital, he urged her not to bring her personals into the building. She took his advice, handing over to him her purse, which had her keys and checkbook, and asked him to lock up the house. He went on to steal her personal checks and deceitfully used them to spend over $34,000 of her money for credit card payments and car loans. All of this blatant fraud managed to fly under the radar of law enforcement until one fateful day about a month after his practice had opened. On an otherwise ordinary Tuesday at the office, a woman purportedly feeling under the weather stepped in the New Birth, New Life Medical Center and made an appointment for a checkup. Malachi himself proceeded to conduct a physical on the woman, in which he did all the things a real physician would do. He jotted down her height and weight, took her temperature, assessed her blood pressure, and even listened to her lungs.
I hate my controller. I'm actually about to bash this controller into the fucking wall.
That she was not ill in any way, and gave her some dubious medical advice. Police shortly thereafter stormed the building, and he was promptly arrested. You see, much like how Malachi had been duping patients into believing he was a doctor, this woman duped Malachi into believing she was a patient, and not an undercover cop conducting a police operation. The Palm Beach Narcotics Task Force had begun looking into him after being tipped off in January by one of the clinic's former patrons, and carried out the sting where he was caught red-handed. Malachi was charged with a felony for having an unlicensed medical practice, along with theft and 4 counts of fraud, with bonds set at $21,000. That amount was quickly paid by his grandfather, but not before every major newscast in America aired the teen doctor story. Despite the severity of his actions, Malachi was not opposed to taking interviews, going on programs like Good Morning America and The Today Show, in a futile attempt to clear his name to the public. In these appearances, his physical quirks and manner of speaking hinted at some possible underlying psychological condition.
Are you a doctor of anything? Anything at all? I do currently hold a PhD in what I don't feel comfortable disclosing because that is not the issue here. But you treat people at your office now is accusations.
In these chats, he displayed a fair degree of narcissism, repeatedly touting his own accomplishments and talking up his areas of expertise. Of course, these interviews did not help him salvage the narrative in the slightest, as all his answers were called out as either blatantly false or incredibly evasive, which in one case led to him storming out of the studio. On January 4th, 2018, Malachi Love Robinson pleaded guilty to 14 criminal charges and was sentenced to 3.5 years behind bars, with credit for the 16 months already served. He was also ordered to compensate his victims for $80,000 once released. Given the severity of his crimes, he got off rather easy with this outcome, as he was most likely given a break due to his young age. Were he tried and convicted, he would be facing up to 90 years in prison. 2 years into his sentence at a maximum security lockup, the 21-year-old Malachi gave an interview to Inside Edition, where he expressed some updated positions on the scandal he had been in the center of. During the brief conversation, he comes across much more mature and personable than he was during the media blitz in 20.
Okay, no, we can't be at 1,000. God, now I have to go back all the way back to my stream. Go. God, now I have to go.
Okay, you know you could help me.
Okay, so 78. So we're going the complete wrong direction. We need to be losing a lot of this beginning number and a negative 100. Okay, so we'll work on getting negative once we actually, work on. Okay. Or such a reaction that will lose both. Okay, so we are going the complete wrong direction. Okay.
It's meme time, it's meme time. Gather all your friends, it's meme time. It's meme time, it's meme time. Gather all your friends, it's meme time, it's meme time.
You may not have been able to realize it, but over the last couple months I've actually had a vitamin deficiency. I've had dangerously low levels of vitamin T in my diet. Vitamin tough guy. And it's fucking time to take a handful of nails and shove them in my asshole as I look at a real man doing real manly shit in Walgreens. I've always enjoyed watching these tough guys in the wild just to try and learn from an alpha male. So let's get in here and see what a real modern tough guy looks like.
Okay, how's that? How's that? How's that? When you breathe, okay? Don't tell me what the fuck to do. How's that, pal? I didn't tell you. You did. You said don't talk to people who you don't know. I'll talk to whoever the fuck I want to know. How's that, pal? That's right. So use your fucking head if you know how.
Speaking of using your head, this guy's head looks like it was used to model the thwomps in Super Mario 64. This guy's entire head is like an actual face filter for a TikTok meme video. It's wild. But anyway, you have to respect how he keeps calling him pal, keeping everything civil. I was hoping for a classic I'm not your pal friend, but unfortunately we weren't lucky enough for that kind of oblivion NPC dialogue exchange. But it's still pretty cool. I don't know why pal is tough to this guy. He just keeps saying pal a lot as if it's intimidating. Like every time he says pal, the guy in the camera starts trembling like, oh, like getting smaller, like, oh fuck, he said pal, oh fuck. And it's weird. Pal and buddy, for some reason, are like choice words used by middle-aged alcoholic fathers with an attitude like this. And I don't really get why. Those are like the two least intimidating words you can start throwing at someone.
Okay, you little pimply little shit. So then leave. Check it out. Check out. Okay? You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay?
God damn it. This game sucks. Like, oh my fucking god. There's like no beacons or anything. Unless you're fucking level 1 million. But I just want to fucking know where my base is because you don't know how to add stuff, game. Oh my fucking god. Where am I?
Game. If you did not hear, I don't want to finish it.
Let me borrow yours. But that's okay.
So do you love me?
Negative 120. And 83, 120. Oh my god, that's so far away. Negative. Oh my god. Negative 120.
This video, 3 of my friends try and hunt me down and kill me in Minecraft for $20,000.
Wait, is it positive or negative? You know, fuck this game, man. I want to delete this world so bad.
If you did not hear,
Shut up.
And a personal video camera.
Oh,
You wouldn't let me borrow yours. But that's okay.
so do you love me?
Okay, 83. So we need to negative 120. So we need to start getting that down. Negative 120, 83. Oh my god, this game sucks so much. 83. I feel like we're getting close. 83. And 83. Oh my god. Come on, give me food. Oh my god, what is up with this? 80. Oh my god. Stop decreasing, increase. 120. God. There we go. After 5 fucking years. Oh my god, it's gonna still be raining, so there's no point. There we fucking go. Actually, a carrot or a wheat farm. I'm not sure which one I want to grow.
What happened to you when you were young that you didn't understand until years later? When me and my sister were around the ages of 8 and 6, we gave our mom a necklace for her birthday. She was about 36 years old at that time. It was a blue-green twinkling necklace and we thought it was perfect for mom because she loves glitter and jewelry. She wore it at every occasion she had guests for dinner and similar. We were very proud of our gift because she liked it so much that she wore it all the time. Years later I realized that it was an ugly piece of crap. Really, no sane human would wear this dog collar in disguise. I cringed at the thought of actually having given it to mom.
Oh my god, I actually
She
had a
probably only
compass.
wore it when she was at the house or we were around. She wore it for us, so that we don't feel guilty of gifting crappy things to her while making a fool out of herself in front of everybody else. I love you, Mom. My mom insists her love of clunky necklaces is because she got so used to wearing pasta necklaces my sister and I made for her. She still has one of the more tasteful penne and macaroni pieces in her jewelry drawer 18 years later. When I was about 14, a guy who I went to school with had leukemia. He disappeared from school for a while he had chemo, and then came back when he recovered a little. We weren't particularly close. In fact, there had been a little bit of animosity between us. For no particular reason, just petty kid stuff. The last day of term as I was walking towards the school gate, he caught up with me and walked with me. He told me he was sorry there had been tension between us and that he liked me and hoped we could be friends. He died during the summer break and I realized sometime later that maybe he had known he wasn't going to make it, and was trying to make his peace with the world before he went. When I was a little kid, we had a kid in our class named George who was mentally retarded. We had special needs kids in our school, and we wouldn't have them in the same class, but they would share recess with the rest of the kids. George dressed funny, he couldn't speak very well, and he had a hard time understanding what we were telling him. As you might imagine, this led to a lot of the kids excluding him or making fun of him. My friends and I decided to be his friend. He was a nice kid, didn't mean any harm. He was just a bit slow. Years later, in telling the story to someone else, I remembered my teacher explaining that he was Greek, which I didn't understand at the time. Thinking about it, I remembered that just like the special needs kids, the ESL kids shared recess with us. George wasn't retarded. He was just a recent immigrant from Greece who didn't speak English very well. Can confirm. I'm Greek, living in the US. Off the boat, Greeks are pretty much retarded. I found an butt in my dad's closet when I was 6. And but, looking back on it now, it was probably a sex toy, or just something he made to look like a woman's butt. Either way, I pulled it out of his closet and was sitting next to it on the couch when he got home from work. I was a lonely kid. This made me actually laugh out loud. Just chilling with an butt on the couch,
This place sucks. Yes, sir. Hey, now that I finally have power and clean water, let's talk about how my move went. All right, so I moved into Texas on February 14th. I took a carry-on with me in the plane, but it didn't have too much in it because, the rest of my stuff had been shipped down in a car, and then I shipped my PC with UPS. And that was it. That should have been the whole thing. I was all set. I'd get down there, I'd buy some essentials the night of, and then everything else I had would come to me tomorrow morning. It just so happens that the night I flew in, Texas decided to have its biggest snowstorm in decades. Welcome to Texas. It's fucking hailing. My first day. Love it. Enjoying it. When I landed, it was hailing. The state completely froze over. Millions of people lost power. And the city issued a boil water notice, which I didn't even know was a thing, because apparently the filtration system didn't have enough power, and there were brain-eating amoebas in the Texas water supply. That's not even a joke. So that night, I woke up in a completely empty, like, there's nothing here. I woke up in an empty house that was freezing cold, had no food in it. I didn't know what to do. And I got a nice call from the trucker who was bringing my cart down, who said he wasn't going to do it. You know, at some point he was going to do it, but it wasn't going to be now. And I get it, because look, the state pretty much had no infrastructure to deal with something like this because of how infrequently it happens. Like, there's no snow plows, there's no salt trucks, there's no dirt trucks, whatever. They don't have anything, right? So whenever it snows, it just freezes over, and you're left with like a layer of ice on the road that is just completely impossible to drive on. And as a New Yorker, that's pretty funny, because you'd always hear stories about like southern states getting an inch of snow, and then they just start dying. People just start dying somehow. And I got another call on the phone from UPS this time. And not only did they tell me that the PC that I need to do my job was going to be delayed, they actually didn't know where it was. They lost it. They lost the PC. And honestly, I was more concerned about, not freezing to death in my shell of a house than I was about, getting back on the Dream SMP real quick. So I started calling some hotels, seeing if they had power so I could survive. What the fuck? Welcome to Texas, baby. So I call up a Marriott by my house. You have power? Yes, we do. Okay, I'm coming over. I booked the hotel for 2 nights. I drive down there with my rental car. It's dark. It's hailing. There are no street lamps in Texas because you'd need too many of them. And I get to the hotel, and it's off. Pointing the camera at the building that I'm supposed to be staying at. Oh, what's that? No lights. No lights. Fuck. First full day in Texas, I'm having a great time. But luckily, I came prepared. You see, I have a very, very rich friend who also lives in Texas by the name of Miss Kiff, who said, oh yeah, come down, we got warmth, we got food, you're good. So I went down there and I spent the night. One night turned into 2 nights, turned into 3, turned into an entire fucking week at this dude's house. Everybody was fucked, okay? The power grid had completely failed. Nothing was open. And the serial killer who runs the state went to Cancun because he wanted to be a good dad. I remember we were driving down the road and we saw a McDonald's that had a drive-through line literally around the parking lot twice. And we were amazed because fucking McDonald's was open. I'd fucking sucked Ronald off for a goddamn Big Mac. So we get on the line, it loops around the building, and we wait, and we wait, and we keep waiting. The line isn't moving, and then S-Fan, one of the guys we were staying with, gets out of the car, and he walks up to the guy who's waiting at the front of the drive-thru. And he's the guy's just like sitting there, leaning out of his window, just waiting for, I don't know what he's doing. He's not saying anything. S-Fan walks up to the dude, and he's like, hey, dude, what's going on? And the guy's just like, haven't answered in a while. S-Fan looks in the window of the McDonald's, and all the fucking lights are off. The McDonald's is just, it's fucking closed. The McDonald's is closed. This guy rolled up to a closed fucking McDonald's, sat there long enough, just doing nothing, waiting for the voice in the box to come on. Waited there long enough for a line to form around the McDonald's multiple times, and not one fucking person decided to look inside. Not one person was like, oh, maybe it's fucking closed. And of course the guy's driving a fucking pickup truck. He's got a little cowboy hat on. Fuck you. This state sucks. Is this what I'm dealing with? Is this the fucking clientele that I live with now? Then I called up Marriott, to get a refund for the 2 nights that I had booked, where the hotel was, off. And they looked me in the eyes and they said no. No, they said no. They said, no, you stupid piece of fucking shit. We're not going to give you your money back. What, you were cold? What, your house was off and it wasn't working? And you called us and said, hey, you have power? And we said yes. And I said, oh, yeah, I'm going to book a fucking hotel so I don't die. And then we're off? Oh, well, we need the money. We need the fucking money. Pandemic's been hitting us hard, We only made $10 billion fucking last year. Look, man, I am not even worried about my money, right? Every other video I upload is a sponsored Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I'm doing fine. I'm just fucking worried about the families who aren't in that situation, whose houses don't have power, who are running give them their fucking money back. That is such a spit in the face. I got an email from them that basically said, oh yeah, we can't do shit because the hotel is denying your request. And the email ended with, you can count on Marriott to improve your experience in the future. Suck my dick. If anybody from Marriott is watching this, I made a handy-dandy little fucking website that you can go to fix the fucking problem. It'll put you right in contact with me. All you gotta do is go to www.fuckyoumarriott.com. Anyways, that's about it. We survived. The snow eventually melted. The power...
You have just been tricked into entering the ultimate gambling tournament, only to find out that this is a death game and you'll need to outsmart your opponents, stab anyone in the back, and risk everything just to stay alive. What do you do when you're gambling with your life and a single mistake will turn you into a slave? I'm going to break down the mistakes made, what you should do, and how to beat every death game in Kaiji, the Ultimate Gambler. This kid has no luck. Kaiji here just spent the last of his money on a losing lottery ticket, but it's only the beginning of a no-good, very bad day. He walks past several Mercedes in the parking lot and starts kicking them out of jealousy. Two other guys get out of the car, and he realizes he's made the biggest mistake of his life. Chasing him through the street, he's caught and held down until his loan shark arrives. They take him to an office where the loan shark tells him that his friend borrowed her money and disappeared. And since Kaiji here signed a guaranteed payment on a loan for 300,000 yen, he's now responsible for paying back over 2 million in interest. He doesn't have the money and starts to break down crying. Alright, if this guy still has his death note, then now would be a really great time to use it, because his day is getting worse by the minute. But he actually had a way out of this and overlooked something really important. In Japan, it's illegal to charge more than 20% interest annually, and if he owes 2 million, that's a rate of 160%. If I were him, I would have taken the documents as evidence to report the extortion and pay the 20%. It's still a lot of money, but it's better than gambling your life away. The loan shark tells the kid there's a gambling ship that's leaving in 4 hours, and if he wins the game, then he can start a new life and she'll erase his debt. He takes the deal and goes to the harbor where this massive ship is docked. He has one last chance to make things right, but he has no idea he'll be gambling with his life. Kaiji here is taken to a room full of other competitors who are just as desperate as he is and willing to do whatever it takes to win. An announcement is made welcoming the players as this man Tonegawa tells them that in order for them to play, they will be loaned 3 of these stars which are worth 1 million yen each. However, the interest rate is a brutal 1% per minute. Okay, this is sketchy. Nobody takes you off the street and puts 3 million yen in your hands unless you are the actual commodity here and not the player. We are being bought and sold for something larger here, and we need to keep that in mind if we want to survive. Because with this much money on the line, you have next to no control over what happens to you, and that makes for a very dangerous game. They're all given 3 stars and a hand of 12 cards, and will be playing rock, paper, scissors. They have to pair up and play a card, laying it down on the table. For each win, they gain a star from the loser, and whoever still has 3 or more stars after all 12 cards are played will win and go back home debt-free, but they only have 30 minutes. As the host leaves, the game begins, and the players start going nuts. Okay, while everyone is scrambling, we should take a moment to observe our competitors. First, we need to pick out the most insecure and predictable person in the room. This guy here seems pretty desperate, so I would choose him to play. Now, it would be normal to assume that this is a game of chance, but it's not. Patterns of this game have actually been studied, and they found that when a player wins 1 round, they're more likely to play the same thing again. This is called a win, stay, lose, shift strategy, and I would use it to beat them. If you lose the first round, the best thing to do is switch to the card that beats what your opponent just played. This will take advantage of your opponent's most probable game strategy, and you're more likely to win. There's also another element of human psychology here that we can exploit. It's a very natural instinct to want to keep your options open, so I would expect that the last 3 cards in anyone's hands are going to be all 3 options of rock, paper, and scissors. As soon as they play one, I know what the other 2 cards are and have better odds at beating them. Everyone is gambling their stars away without any strategy. When Kaiji hears someone screaming, this guy begs to be let go, and they all watch as his player gets dragged away by one of the guards and taken into a dark room. It's only been 3 minutes, and he's already lost all his stars. The door slams shut, and all they can hear are his screams. That's when this man Funai grabs Kaiji here and tells him he has a strategy to beat this game. If they work together and only play the same cards at the same time, it will be a draw. This lets them use all their cards and keep their stars, so they shake on it and start playing. Alright, if we're here to win, he's just giving you the best chance you'll get all night. I would play a winning card in the first play, take his star, and walk away. I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money. The man instructs Kaiji here to play rock, scissors, paper in that order, and the first turn is a draw. they keep this pattern going, and the plan is working until Funai here suddenly plays a winning card. He apologizes for the mistake and tells him to use rock next so that he can get his star back. But on the next turn, the guy plays scissors, and Funai here wins again. He takes Kaiji's star, and the kid is not happy. He shoves him to the floor and punches him, as both men notice that some blood has landed on Kaiji's last card. He gets restrained by the staff, and he tells them what happened, but they don't care. No rules were broken, and he's only got himself to blame for being tricked. Okay, this was a great con. Now Kaiji's only got one star and one card left, but there's a silver lining here because the staff were totally fine with them abusing the rules and playing all draws. I would start to reconsider every rule we were told and what wasn't said, so I would look for two types of people to take advantage of. The first are those who have 3 stars and want to get rid of their cards, but are too scared to play and lose. This guy here gets caught trying to flush them down the toilet, which is against the rules, but giving them to another player isn't, and he would definitely give us his cards if we offered to take them. Then the second type of victim is someone with 2 stars but has no cards left, because they'll be desperate to win a 3rd star. Now, if we just got a bunch of spare cards from this guy, then we can sell them to that guy for 1 star, and he would buy them because it's his only way to win. As long as we're discreet with our trades and find the right victims, we can repeat this several times back and forth and get rich without playing a single game. With 15 minutes left, Funai here reveals to everyone that Kaiji's last card is scissors. Anyone who has rock can beat him, but then the kid reveals that Funai's last card is rock, and they should all beat him instead. The other players are skeptical, so Funai here suggests everyone reshuffle. They all agree and rush in to join, but Kaiji here notices this helpless man on the ground and comes up with a plan. Funai redeals everyone new playing cards, but Kaiji sees the man save 1 card for himself. After the shuffle, the man approaches and asks to play a second time, offering 2 of his stars. But Kaiji here raises it to 3 stars, betting both his and this guy's stars combined, so the man agrees to play. With 3 minutes remaining, Funai puts down his last card, teasing Kaiji for being tricked again. But this time Kaiji has the last laugh when he plays paper. He won and takes 3 of his stars, giving 1 of them to his partner. Okay, this was a brilliant gamble, but it only worked because Kaiji was being highly observant here. He knew Funai saw the blood on his card and organized a shuffle just to clear his suspicion so that he could play Kaiji using the same winning card. But Kaiji secretly wiped the blood off and traded it for this guy's paper card, putting blood on it to trick Funai. With only 30 seconds left, Kaiji and the old man split up the remaining cards and play each other in one final game. They draw each time, needing to keep their stars and use all their cards just as time runs out. But the old man forgets he had 1 last card in his pocket and he's not going to be able to pass. The kid decides to do the honorable thing and takes mutual responsibility for the loss. He's brought into the back room where they inject the microchip into his arm and brand him. Alright, the obvious thing to do here is throw this guy under the bus. It's just not right to make 2 players lose from a single card. But if we insisted on being a loser, then at the very least we should claim that the card belongs to us and to let this guy go. Otherwise, it's an incredible waste of opportunity here, and they're both going to pay for this mistake very soon. Kaiji, along with all the other losers, are moved underground and forced to work as slaves in a labor camp for 15 years to pay off their debts. There's no way out, and they're being monitored 24/7. They go back to their dormitory where Kaiji here receives his first paycheck. This underground labor camp uses a different currency and is only worth 1/10 of a yen. He'll never be able to save up enough money to get out. Okay, the first problem I see is too much individuality. So far, they only seem to be controlled by the foreman here and a few staff members. There must be more security down here, but they're still outnumbered by the labor force. If things are this hopeless and they have no chance of saving up enough money to earn their way out, then I would start planning for an uprising. We need to make friends with the other work crews and figure out who the leaders are. If we convince
How
them to
far
join the
would you
rebellion, they
guys
can use
think
their
it would
influence
take for
over
me
their
to go?
crews to start gathering
And
equipment to
wait, I
scan
have wheat.
locations for possible
I have wheat so we can
If
go
they
get cows and sheep.
we also need to know which
And
way the
don't know we
construction
can go
vehicles come
bippity
from
boppity
and the
bop
layout of the
and
underground
dippity
tunnels.
boodoo boot
There must be an elevator or ramp system
something.
big enough to bring these vehicles down here directly. We should coordinate a day where we all rebel, then hijack the construction vehicles and drive them out of here to the surface. As in any revolution, many of us will die, but I'd rather die on my feet than keep living on my knees. He gets back to work when an explosion goes off and shakes the entire underground network. He takes his injured friend to the medic, but when he sees all the workers here left untreated, he realizes these patients don't have enough money to buy medicine. The air is so bad down here that they're all getting sick, but the boss is tempting workers into spending their money so that they never get healthy or pay off their debt. They need to escape this place for any hope to survive, but they're in luck, as the doctor points to a message in the corner written in blood and tells them there's only one way out, and it's called Brave Man Road. Okay, Brave Man Road sounds too brave for me, but there's something here that Kaiji is not considering yet. This medical area has something way more valuable than everywhere else, and that's medicine. It's pretty clear that honest labor will get us nowhere, so I would plan on stealing all the medication I could. First, observe which drugs are being sold to which conditions and figure out which of these drugs are the strongest and most profitable. Then, come back and admit yourself by faking that condition. The medication will be brought out of storage to be sold, and we can steal enough of it with a distraction to then sell to our co-workers and undercut the rates. They would all want to buy it for the cheaper price, so they'll keep it a secret for us as well, and we can make money a lot more quickly than before. Later that day, Kaiji here considers what he's learned, and when the foreman comes by to extort him for an advance on his salary, he flips out. Making a scene, he calls the foreman a crook for manipulating them, but Kaiji's interrupted when some guards announce that this man has been chosen to compete on the Brave Man Road, and they learn that whoever wins will go back to the surface. Hearing this, Kaiji decides to volunteer and take back his freedom, even if it kills him. Joining several other workers, they're taking up an elevator to the 50th floor of a skyscraper, where they're told the rules of this new game. All they have to do is deliver these cash vouchers to a designated location at the Starside Hotel and exchange them for cash. But to get there, they must cross this crane that leads to the building next to them and make it to the other side. They'll get 10 million cash if they do, but the men are too scared to cross it until Kaiji here volunteers. The others are inspired to join him until the host reveals that their bridge to freedom is electrified as well. Inside the building, a table of rich guests are watching the event for entertainment, so the workers aren't allowed to use their hands when they cross the beam. Okay, this one would defeat me because I'm super scared of heights. But if we can move past the fear factor here, then there might actually be a way to do this without falling. Now, we can't touch the beams with our hands, but we also learned in the first game that they're totally fine with you bending the rules to your advantage as long as you accomplish the task and entertain the guests. What we need here is more stability, and if we can add more points of contact with the bridge, then we'll have a better chance at this. This building is pretty high up, and if you've ever been to the top of a skyscraper, it can get pretty windy. If the wind is catching on your clothes, it adds drag and can throw you off balance. So if we minimize our frame, then there will be less resistance. Now, tightrope walkers use giant poles to lower their center of gravity and spread out their mass to decrease their rotational inertia. Unfortunately, all these guys have are the clothes on their backs, so that's what we need to use to achieve the same goal. I would tie all my clothing together in a long rope and swing it under the bridge to catch it on the other side. Now we have added 2 points of contact with the bridge and lowered our center of gravity like a tightrope walker, so this
Until I
will let us
get a
shove
new
ourselves
cage for
forwards with
you,
more stability.
you're
If we
gonna
lean too
stay in
far
there
in any
for a
direction,
while.
we can simply pull the cloth rope and correct our balance. The rich viewers might not like this, but it's definitely worth trying if it means we won't fall to our deaths. Kaiji here has a big idea. He pulls this marker out of thin air and draws a line in everyone's shoes to help them align themselves to the bridge and keep their balance. They all feel more confident to make it across now and start walking out onto the bridge one by one. Okay, Kaiji here is doing some great thinking. Unfortunately, it's the wrong strategy. Drawing a line down the middle of your shoe seems like a good idea, but the problem is if your foot is perfectly centered, then you have to balance yourself with the most narrow part of your foot. This makes it extremely difficult to adjust your balance if you start leaning left or right. The better strategy here is to angle your foot sideways so that if you begin to sway, you have more width across the walkway and can use more of the muscles in your feet to maintain your balance. We can take a lesson from skateboarders here. They don't face forward or let their feet straight. They angle themselves and it gives them extremely good balance. So we should use the same strategy. Kaiji here almost falls and manages to catch himself, but that's when they see storm clouds flash in the distance. Player 1 starts to lose his balance. Out of desperation, he jumps forward onto the electrified bridge and falls to his death. That's 1 down and 9 to go. Player 6 here tries to hold onto the bridge and shocks himself, causing him to fall off. Player 5 chickens out and turns back, grabbing the man behind him, and they both plummet to their deaths. Eventually, there's only 3 players left in the game as it starts to rain.
You know what? I'm too pushy, so I'm gonna jump. If I die, I'm taking you with me. But if I don't die, then you get to.
Okay, if I'm being honest, this old man
I don't know what the fuck I just said.
He's too old and unstable to survive this walk, and helping him will only put us at risk. If he wants to save his daughter, he needs to walk towards me to hand it over, because I'm not changing my direction and walking backwards on a slippery metal pole in the rain 200 meters above the ground. It's also highly unlikely that this slave-driving corporation will let me redeem both coupons for a combined 20 million yen. So the best move here is to let this guy Shida die and keep walking forwards to focus on surviving. The remaining players continue crossing and make it to the other side. They're just about to win, but Kaiji senses that something is not right about this. He warns the other player, but it's too late. The door suddenly flies open, and they're blown away by a wind blast. There was one last trick the organizers of the death game set up. While Kaiji here is left hanging, his friend falls to his death. Climbing back up the ledge, he crawls into the building and finds the members of the corporation applauding his performance. The chairman of the company walks in, and Kaiji here chews them out for their cruelty. He demands they pay him his 20 million, but the host refuses, deducting nearly all the money from Kaiji's voucher to pay off his debt. He yells at the host that the old man who fell proved he wasn't a loser, because in his last dying moments, he was thinking of someone else. The chairman here finds the kid interesting, and decides to set up one last game for him. Okay, these guys are obviously horrible people, and most of them should be shot. But it's hard to stay mad when we're definitely better off right now than we were days ago.
New Dove Men deodorant is different. It has 48-hour protection and a plant-based moisturizer that cares for your skin. Odor protection that works. New Dove Men plant-based care.
This poor guy keeps ending up in apocalyptic scenarios, and at this point, maybe the best thing for him to do is move out of the country. There aren't any battle royales in Brazil, which holds the largest Japanese community outside of Japan. The government promoted immigration as a national policy
Actually, I should just
until the late
expand it by
1960s
2
to get rid of poverty
on
and
the other
overpopulation.
side. That would probably
Kaiji
be
here
easier
fits the
than
bill.
just
As soon
getting
as
rid
he
of
walks
the
free,
area.
he's going to remember
Okay,
how miserable
everyone
his life
move.
was and will fall into the same bad
Move.
decisions. And he'll probably blow all his money on scratch cards, so there's no point going back without a boatload of cash.
Get it? It's
Kaiji
funny,
sits down,
you stupid
and they
cow.
tell him he'll
Go
be
in
playing
there.
the card against the host, Tonegawa. There are 2 sets of 5 cards. One plays
Get
as the
him.
emperor,
Go into
and the
here.
other
Go
plays
into this
as the
section.
slave. The game
Here,
is
bam,
simple.
bam.
It'll
Make
play
a
3
baby.
rounds, and each player
Be
picks a
happy.
card and puts it
You're
down
all
on the
gonna
table.
die one
2
day, but
citizens
be
will
happy
result in
right
a draw,
now.
which means the round continues. While a citizen beats the slave, and the emperor beats the citizen. But because the slave has nothing to lose, it's the only card that can beat the emperor. The host explains that he cannot choose his cards randomly and must look at the card and make a decision before putting it on the table.
I'm sorry,
He's offered the
chicken,
choice to play
but I
as the
just need a
emperor
little
or as the
food.
slave, which pays 10 to 1. He decides to take the slave, and he's put himself at a disadvantage. The slave player must go first, and Kaiji's opponent will get to see his facial expressions, so the odds of winning are extremely low. Okay, this is daunting. Tonegawa here runs his entire underground gambling empire and has watched and studied people's gambling habits and life and death situations for a long time. He has a huge advantage, and we need to find a way to remove that if this is going to be a fair game. Now, before we started, he made a point to mention that we aren't allowed to be random in our strategy, and he also said that we must look at the card before we put it down. This is a big deal because it tells us everything about his own strategy. He needs to read our expressions and body language to make his decision. Now, when the stakes are this high, trying to control or figure micro-expressions is a lot more difficult than you might think. When we are under extreme stress, our emotions tend to leak out, so I would simply pull my shirt over my head to cover my face so that I could still see the cards, but he couldn't see my expressions at all, because it's going to take away his advantage and help me win. And if the chairman here thinks it's entertaining, he might approve of the tactic. They start the game, and Kaiji here plays his first card, but without hesitation, the host plays his own, and they draw. He plays his next card without even looking. The host plays his. Something strange is going on, as the host doesn't even look up to analyze the kid's expressions. On the 3rd turn, Kaiji here goes for the win and puts on his slave card, hoping the host will play the emperor, but the host can read his mind. He turns over a citizen, taking away any chances of Kaiji winning. The chairman wants to see more, and gives a loan to Kaiji here so that he can continue playing, but he's warned that this time, if he loses, he'll have to work underground for the rest of his life. Okay, before playing another round, we have to remember who our opponents are. These guys have bent the rules either for their own entertainment or to screw over the players. It's fair to assume that this game is stacked against you, so at this point I would be looking for any signs of cheating. I would inspect the table and the room for any cameras or sensors, as well as any noticeable markings on the cards. He might even have an earpiece, so I would ask anyone standing behind me to clear the area so they can't tell him what my cards are. But even if I didn't find anything, Tonegawa here has already dropped hints that should make us suspicious, by telling us he can read our minds. If this is somehow true, he wouldn't be letting us know this. The man definitely knows how to keep every advantage a secret, so his opponent doesn't adjust his strategy, and Kaiji here is about to figure out that this wasn't a careless comment, but a calculated one. This second time around, Kaiji decides to go against expectations and play the slave on the 1st turn. But as he's about to place it, he notices his opponent isn't even looking at his own cards. The man is looking at something else entirely.
Okay, so expanded by 2.
When the host finally plays his hand, it's a citizen card. and in one turn, he's ended Kaiji's life. The kid gets dragged out, but as he reaches the elevator, he remembers the man wasn't wearing the same watch as before, and realizes it must have been what he was looking at. He was using the implanted chip in Kaiji's shoulder to monitor his physiological responses to the game. The whole thing was a setup. He's been tricked into betting his life away, but as he lays on the floor, he begins to form a plan. Asking to go to the bathroom, he meets the loan shark and tells her he's figured out how to win this time and convinces her to give him another love. Walking back into the room, Kaiji asks for one final round and he's got the money to back it up. Tonegawa resists, but the chairman is interested and orders him to play. Okay, we still don't have the upper hand here, but we can even the playing field. This guy can track my physiological responses to each card I play, and there are 4 meters on this watch measuring heart rate, blood pressure, body temperature, and perspiration. When people are put in stressful situations, their body produces adrenaline, triggering their fight or fight response. This makes their heart beat faster and increases their blood pressure. If we want a chance at beating this man, we have to manipulate his meters by keeping our heart rates high, so we can't see any fluctuation based on my decision making. If I start taking short, rapid breaths, my pulse will get faster, creating a simulated panic response. This will throw Tonegawa off his game, giving me a better chance to win. Before they begin, Kaiji slams his head into the mirror, and they think he's gone crazy, but it's all a part of his plan. He takes 3 of his citizen cards and hides them on his chair, before flipping the remaining 2 left on the table. With Tonegawa distracted by the chairman, Kaiji switches a citizen card for his slave, just as the man turns back around. The host checks his watch and sees his sensors going wild. Fired up, the kid slams his hand on the table, spilling blood all over his cards. The loan shark tells him to calm down, so he wipes his cards and prepares to play the game of his life. Okay, he shouldn't be calming down. He's cut himself pretty well, but his vitals might go right back to normal after a few minutes. I would want to guarantee we had a level playing field for the entire game, so I would go one step further and take one of these glass shards and cut the microchip out of my arm. They might object, but this will make it impossible for Tonegawa to cheat, even after my heart rate has calmed down. He lays down his first card, and the kid's spiked heart rate is affecting his sensors. Nervous, the man isn't sure what card to choose, but when they flip their cards, the first turn ends in a draw. Kaiji confidently plays his next card when the host notices the blood stain. He remembers that Kaiji bled on his slave and citizen cards earlier, so there's a 50% chance it's the slave. The man puts on a citizen hoping to win, but the turn ends in yet another draw. The next card he plays doesn't have a bloodstain, so it should be a citizen, but he's not sure. So he decides to play it safe, and it's another draw. With 2 cards remaining, Kaiji here places another card with a bloodstain, and Tonegawa here thinks it must be the slave, but realizes that this could be a trick. If the kid might have switched his slave for a citizen card at the beginning of the match, then both bloodstained cards were actually citizens.
Crest 3D White Brilliance. 100% stain removal, 24-hour stain resistance. Lock in your whitest smile.
The question isn't which came first, it's who gets to take home that adorable little Reese's egg.
Tonegawa here places the Emperor card, confident that he's won, but Kaiji here has outplayed him. He's just won the game, and it's taken Tonegawa here completely by surprise. He tricked the man into thinking he swapped his card, when he actually never changed them. Having lost the match, the host is sentenced to a lifetime of working underground like all the other losers, and Kaiji receives all the money he was promised. Later, he goes out to celebrate with the loan shark over dinner, and he gives her the money he owes. But as they toast to his new and improved life, he suddenly blacks out. Okay, this woman should not be trusted, because she's already tried to screw you over, and now that you have lots of money, there's an even greater chance of that happening. If you're going to let a woman take this much money away from you, then at least make her do it through an alimony settlement after a long and unhappy marriage. When he wakes up, he finds the loan shark is gone, and she's stolen all his money. The only thing she left him is some loose change with a message saying she's cleared his debt with interest. Kaiji walks the city a free man, but he's got no idea that the games have only begun. But what do you think? How would you beat Kaiji?
I think it's time for us to work in our house.
Where we tally up the victims
I know, in our house. I still don't know what I want to do, but I just don't want to be homeless at this point. I think that's a very reasonable thing to say.
If I say the real word, YouTube might freak out. But the other reason I chose it is because I really love this movie. 12-hour Shift takes
place in 1999 and follows Mandy, a give-no-fucks nurse with a drug addiction that she pays for by selling organs. You know, your standard protagonist. She's been on this grind for a while, but tonight everything goes wrong, thanks in large part to her cousin Regina, who's just one of a parade of zany characters running around in this hospital. Yeah, dog, including one played by David Arquette. And if you can believe it, Mick freaking Foley, too. They all light their own fuses to this powder keg of a plot, and by the tumultuous final act, you've got plans getting blown up in just about every scene. It's one of my absolute favorite films that came out last year. A hilarious, low-budget dark comedy that's both horror-adjacent and very much like a Coen Brothers film. Plus, even though it takes place in
Let's start working on the ground for the
testament to its accurate
actual
portrayal of working
house.
class, salt of the earth folk. Even though this is a heightened universe with wacky shenanigans all around, the characters feel like real people. It was hard not to include every single line of dialogue, since it all felt so genuine and funny to me. 12-Hour Shift was written and directed by Bria Grant, who might best be known for her acting career, which includes a role in NBC's Heroes. We've seen her on The Kill Count in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 as Maya, one of Laurie Strode's friends. She also stars in and wrote the brand new
yeah, we got
Bucky,
lots of
premiered
dirt,
on Shudder last
baby.
week, and we talked to her about all these things on this week's Deadbeat podcast, which you should definitely check out. It was hard for me to not fanboy too much. I especially love that she wrote a movie with a predominantly female cast and did so in a way that's truly feminist. Just let women be people.
We write these really great roles for women, but they're always like up on these pedestals. But I wanted to see a woman have a lot of flaws, and all of the female characters have a lot of flaws.
Everyone in 12-Hour Shift is flawed as fuck, and it makes for one hell of an entertaining watch. Healthcare workers are heroes who save lives for a living. As someone who counts kills for work, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel towards them. Nah, just kidding. They're great. The movie begins in Arkansas in 1999, where night nurse Mandy waits to begin her double shift. Not a great start to her night when the day shift staff's throwing shade.
You know, I never know if someone being quiet is a sign that they ain't got nothing to say, or they ain't got nothing going on up here.
But Mandy ain't the type to take insults lying down.
Hey, Kathy. Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, Kathy. Go eat some dirty bucks. Then suck a fat wad of title card. Mandy's played by Angela Bettis, last seen on The Kill Count as Carrie in the 2002 TV movie version. She's got a real rough shift ahead of her, starting with quotidian annoyances like Mr. Kent, a hypochondriac who's so high-strung he's adding H's to words where they don't belong.
I don't like to be wet.
And avoid water, dude. There's also a state prisoner murderer who's here because he tried to kill himself, and an OD patient who turns out to be Mandy's brother Andrew, though she doesn't tell any of her co-workers that fun fact. The only way she gets through it all is with her steel nerves. Well, those and by snorting painkillers. The painkillers help a lot, actually. Working under desk nurse Karen, played by Nakia Gamby-Turner, Mandy sells organs harvested from patients at the hospital. Tonight, she's selling a kidney and some other stuff to her cousin Regina, this absolutely incredible character. She's introduced perfectly, her adolescent attitude on full display as the movie's soundtrack is taken over by its unique score.
Bruh. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm not gonna question it.
This memorable score, consisting of a drum set, bowed strings, and opera singers, was composed by Matt Glass, who also served as one of this movie's many producers, as well as its cinematographer. As you'll come to see, 12-Hour Shift was made by a very small crew.
Whatever you're picturing, divide it by 5.
And everyone had to wear a lot of different hats. Producer Christina McLarty Arquette, for instance, also acted as line producer and first AD, a lot of responsibilities for her first feature-length narrative. And Mandy's comatose brother Andrew is played by the film's assistant cam op, Aaron Cruz. The small production gives the movie that authentic indie feel, which I love. Regina is Mandy's cousin by marriage, a point Mandy stresses since she doesn't want to claim this idiot as family.
I like to use soda and extra cold in here.
Mandy just wants to get paid, which is the only thing Regina does right here. The part she gets wrong is when she forgets to take the kidney as she fucks off from the hospital and drives away looking like Angeline. Mandy's not exactly the best at her job either, though. with a bedside manner that's mostly annoyance. And when she tries to feign compassion, she just ends up looking kind of like Smeagol. She's quick to steal pills and pleasantries from her patients, but that doesn't mean she's unable to connect with those as miserable as her, like Mr. Collins here, who thinks this dialysis room smells sad.
You ever smell sadness?
Only every day.
That's why even though he's got less than 3 months to live, she's unable to bring herself to bleach his bloodstream and take his organs for a new batch of product. She tells Karen she'd rather get the organs from the prisoner, Jefferson, and since he's slated for execution, Karen figures it couldn't hurt. The problem is that Jefferson, played by David Arquette, you know, Spree, Scream, WCW, is being guarded by a backup touring member for Green Day. And it would be Green Day, too. Don't forget, this is 1999. Just listen to that news report.
And that Beanie Baby sold for over $500 right here in town.
Wow, better stock up on those. Our top story this evening is the Police Force Y2K Preparation Convention.
Regina's been taking her damn sweet time getting the kidney back to her boss, her scary cousin Nicholas.
Regina, where the fuck have you been?
Nick, of course, is played by 3-time WWE champ, my favorite wrestler of all time, Mrs. Foley's baby boy, Michael Francis McFoley. Bang bang! If anyone knows the value of good body parts, it's definitely one of your pick. Foley's not in the movie much, but he's great in his role. And what is that you're wearing, Mick? A $500 shirt? Borrow it from a friend? The dude's got no love for Regina when she delivers a cooler that's lacking a kidney.
What is it?
I use those to keep it a little bit cooler.
A powerful client needs a kidney tonight, so unless Regina wants to be the donor, she'd better get back to that hospital and find one fast.
It takes 30 minutes to get there. She's not back in an hour. Drag her back by the hair.
And the powder keg's first fuse is lit. That's about all the Mick we get, which is why he was on set for only a single day. When he wasn't filming his parts, he was visiting patients and signing things in the real hospital they filmed at, because that's just the kind of guy that Mick Foley is. He was brought on by David Arquette, who, just like his wife Christina, was one of this film's producers.
So I called up Mick, he did us a favor, came down there, had some fun for a couple days.
The Arquettes, who were with the project from day one, were also responsible for Ric Flair's stepson Sebastian being in the scene with Mick Foley. They've got all the wrestling connections.
If you cast Mick Foley in something,
I completely forgot about the sand.
David, what? Lose my number? Maybe I wasn't right for that part.
Regina gets back to the hospital and finds Mandy in her brother Andrew's room.
Yo, D, what's it about this family that makes you guys all into junkies, huh?
She shows Mandy that the organs are missing, no longer by the loading dock spurt machine. And though Mandy doesn't give a damn since it's not her problem, Regina begs her for help in order to avoid Nicholas's wrath.
He's gonna take my kidney. He said so. How many do I need to live?
1,
How many was I born with?
2.
That's not too bad.
Regina is one of my favorite comedic characters ever, and it blows my mind that actor Chloe Farnworth is British and had to learn a southern accent to portray this wide-eyed psychopath.
I wanted her to be like she's in this bubble and she only really sees what's in front of her and inside this bubble and doesn't really think of the consequences.
Regina suggests they take the organs from Andrew, but when she tries to convince Mandy by bringing up that he used to abuse her as a child, it shuts the conversation down. Mandy out! In need of a kidney now, Regina steals a pair of scrubs to go find one herself. Her ruse runs into speed bumps, like head nurse Janet and a lost hospital patron who looks kind of like Nancy Pelosi, 3 decades ago. But she still finds her way to the dialysis room, where she meets Mr. Collins and sees a golden opportunity. Meanwhile, Mandy still has to secure Jefferson's organs for the next day's delivery, so she spikes a coffee with morphine and gives it to Billy No Armstrong. While she's waiting for the night-night juice to kick in, hospital klaxons go off because Mr. Collins has been discovered dead, with bleach poured down his throat, which is now bubbling out of his neck.
Did you say bleach?
I said bleach, Janet. B-L-H. For those of you who love random dead meat connections, this isn't the first time actor Ted Ferguson has gone on the kill count. He was a background actor in The Mist who left the store with Andre Brower and got killed off screen. Also, if the whole bleach in the dialysis machine thing sounds familiar, it's because Bria Grant got the idea from the tragic crimes committed by Kimberly Clark Saines, a nurse who killed killed several patients that way in Grant's home region of East Texas. That story, and the urban legend of waking up to find her kidney missing, were some of her inspirations writing this script. With a patient so visibly dead, Mandy and Karen could be in trouble. Even more trouble than that obviously guilty baby back there. And look at that mess. That kid is in trouble. Mandy discovers that Regina's the one who killed Mr. Collins, hoping to get his kidney so she can take it back to Nick. What Regina didn't realize is that Mr. Collins was on dialysis, meaning he had garbage kidneys that they can't even use.
You are such a stupid bitch.
With cops on the way and both cousins having dirt on each other, Mandy agrees to find a kidney for Regina to get her out of her hair. Ephraim, the security guard, has finally been knocked out, but now Jefferson the prisoner is conscious and confessing.
I murdered a cop. I hate cops. But I love blondes.
So, yeah, he's not gonna work as a donor. But Mandy will come through for your reg. Just go wait outside, okay? She finds a patient suitably terminal and familyless and euthanizes him by, I think, injecting morphine into his IV. Whether he was on his deathbed or not, this murder is fucked up. I'm glad the movie spends a beat showing how even the hardened and drug-dog Mandy can still feel the heaviness of what she just did. She's pulled in for questioning about Mr. Collins' bleachy death alongside fellow nurse Dorothy, a real devout type. Officer Myers says he'll stay here all night in order to protect the ladies, but like everyone else in this movie, the dude's kind of a doofus.
It's just an out-of-the-ordinary type situation.
You'd say that again.
It was just an out-of-the-ordinary type situation.
Oh, I get it.
Karen tips off Mandy that the morphine victim's in the morgue, so she heads down there and prepares to perform an amateur nephrectomy. The morgue, the patient rooms, and all the other hospital locations, even the laundry room, were filmed at a real hospital in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Dorothy's actor, Tara Perry, was
Imagine if they actually killed the guy for that scene. That would be so fucked up. No one would ever be in a movie that had... There wouldn't be horror movies. Like, it would be old, super old fucks who are suicidal if we do it.
They were really helpful.
They were so helpful.
It was incredible because we had this hospital with all the stuff and, it was kind of perfect.
They're like, do you need extras? We're nurses.
I know, we kept meeting all the nurses. It's amazing.
What's more, the hospital had a storage room with old equipment that conveniently matched the 90s setting. And the working nurses helped out when the crew had questions about how things would be done in real life.
There was one point where there was a nurse there with me, and I was like, is she too harsh, like, in this moment? And the nurse was like, she's not harsh enough.
Outside in the parking lot, Regina sees that Nicholas's henchman Mikey is here looking for her. With her path back inside the hospital blocked by a thirsty cop, she turns a third direction, one with a horny skater boy. Poor kid. He was just getting the hang of ollieing, too. She seduces the skater boy, then says see you later boy, as she pulls out a knife and murders him in a scene edited with Mandy cutting out a kidney. The fun editing is accompanied by a diegetic song, a gospel tune sung in the chapel by Dorothy.
Have you been to Jesus for his cleansing power?
Makes sense that actor-producer Tara Perry's singing a song here. In the early 2010s, she was part of a musical preschool Nickelodeon show, The Fresh Beat Band. In fact, she's joined by Fresh Beat Band member Thomas Thompson for the song, as his character, EMT Derek, picks up the second verse, right as Mandy and Regina each pick up a shiny new organ.
Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb?
The song continues until Mandy knocks over a tray in the morgue, which brings in Officer Myers and his overeager energy. He doesn't question what Mandy's doing with the body, and instead offers to help her put it back on the table. I love how oblivious this guy is. He's like a puppy with a badge.
Oh, sorry. Probably not allowed to touch that, huh?
Yeah, better not.
Dude's a much worse cop than he was an art director at SC&P. Mandy puts the new kidney in the cooler with a can of soda to keep it extra cold in there, but pretty quickly learns that Regina didn't have the patience to wait because Dorothy just found the skater boy's body on a smoke break.
Oh God, I shouldn't even be smoking.
And now that Mikey dude's in the lobby asking about Regina, how much freaking gunpowder can we pack into this keg? Mandy and Karen Karen ignore Mr. Kent, never noticing he's found their missing organs, and instead they find Regina and chase her into the chapel. They are not very pleased with her.
Damn, bitch, where's your shoes?
That guy pooped on him when he died.
At least she got the kid's kidney, which she's keeping in her panties now. Except, turns out, that's not a kidney. Regina cut out the skateboarder's bladder by mistake.
I hate you.
Mandy tries to take Regina to the vending machine to give her the kidney she acquired. No need for that panty bladder anymore. But they get intercepted and separated by head nurse Janet, ensuring that nothing is in order as the film begins its final act with some dancing, courtesy of EMT Derek. You know, he's kind of like a liminal character, if that makes sense.
I need a squid so that I could do a black and white pattern on my floor.
And has freed the Pop Punky security guard from his shackles of life on Earth.
I know I said I wanted something simple, but that doesn't mean I can't treat myself.
The hospital patrons, as Regina's nurse disguise falls apart when she can't answer Dorothy's difficult question.
Where are your shoes?
Penetrate, better skedaddle. She runs down towards the loading dock, only to be caught by Nicholas's rat-tailed henchman, Mikey. No worries, though. She should be in the clear, thanks to that kidney in the cooler and some sexy dancing moves.
No, do not try all that sexy shit with me, Regina. You are covered in blood and puke.
Well, at least she's got the kidney in the Oh, man, what the fuck?
What the fuck indeed, Regina?
Mandy tries to steal more morphine from her brother, but is caught by Nurse Janet. Since she's already on probation for a prior drug incident, her only way out is to lie with the truth and admit that the OD patient is her estranged half-brother.
I'm sorry. I really do trust you. I just wanted to make sure he was getting the best care.
It gets her off the hook with Janet, but not completely with Officer Myers. And after the discovery of Efron dead, and Dorothy knocked out but still alive, he's so high-strung and suspicious he pulls a gun on her. Not for long, though.
I fucking hate cops. We already went over this.
Regina convinces Mikey that they can take an entire body for extra organs, which is why Mandy finds them in Andrew's room, Regina trying to suffocate him. Knock that shit off, Reg.
Oh, man. Ooh.
They tell Mandy that the second kidney she got has also gone missing, and as she throttles her cousin's neck out of frustration, Officer Myers arrives and starts a shootout with Mikey Rattail. They both take bullets in the shoulder, but Myers is the only one who goes down. Since he still wants Andrew's organs, Mikey forces Mandy to load her brother into a wheelchair. After the emergency lights come on, though, she gets him in the eye with a syringe. Her escape with Regina and Andrew is blocked on one side by demonic Deputy Dewey, and on the other by Rat-Tail Pliskin. And Nurse Janet winds up in the middle too, but when Mikey slits her throat with a syringe, she stands her ground and punches him back. A little later, Mandy's able to patch her up, keeping Janet safe and sound from the kill count. I'm glad Janet made it, because she's low-key hilarious. And in another example of how interconnected this movie's cast and crew is, actor Brooke Sagan is on an improv team with Tara Perry, and was also in a previous project written by Bria Grant, the 2014 Nerdist web series Real Housewives of Horror.
I live for fresh baked cookies and the love of our Lord, Satan.
There's a whole bunch of hijinks between a whole bunch of characters. I like when Karen gets an eye full of Jefferson.
Oh, shit.
And eventually, Mikey chases the ladies down into the loading dock, where he finds them hiding behind some sperm. Together, they're able to push the vending
If you add me one more time, I'm going to bite your nipples off.
machine over and crush him to death with it. I love that Regina immediately considers taking his kidney. Sorry, Reg. Not this wicked witch of the West Ward. Jefferson comes outside and tries to take Regina as a hostage. But by this point, Mandy's sticking up for her fans, so she pushes the murderer off the loading dock. But don't worry, a bump like that's not gonna put this guy down. You cannot kill David Arquette. He takes off as sirens grow ever closer, and Mandy tells Regina that she should get out of there too. Gotta ditch the scrubs though. They're hospital property and covered in blood. Since Regina used her panties to hold a bladder mistaken for a kidney, she drops Trow Commando style and bounces out of the movie butt-ass naked. The deaths are attributed to suicide, accident, or David Arquette, leaving Mandy and Karen in the unlikely position of getting off completely scot-free. Just, maybe get out of there before Mr. Kent comes in, waving all those stolen organs around.
Oh, now you're gonna pay attention. Got the organs in my hands. Okay, thank you.
Her shift finally over, Mandy goes out to the parking lot. As the credits begin to play, she sets an alarm, implying that she sleeps in her car until she has to get up and work again. The movie ends with her returning for another shift. Except, wait a minute, you hear that? Statistically, you're most likely to die inside a hospital. Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James H. Anise, and today we're looking at Spree, released in 2020. As our everyday lives continue to rely more and more on our phones, it's no wonder that app-based horror movies have become something of a trend. Unlike the more supernatural Countdown, though, Spree's horror comes from a very human source, one corrupted by the relentless drive to become a social media influencer. Joe Keery of Stranger Things fame plays Kurt Kunkel, an off-kilter guy who spent the past 10 years trying to become famous online. When he fails to find fame, despite following all the latest trends, he decides to carve a path for himself while driving for a fictional ride-sharing app called Spree. Unfortunately for his passengers, this new social media strategy involves lots and lots of murder. Spree is an interesting movie, a sort of half-found footage film with most of its screen time coming from Kurt's live-streaming cameras. Watching it is an exercise in multitasking, with multiple camera feeds and streams of comments competing for our attention. Its tone is all over the place, as is its central character, who alternates somewhat randomly between pathetic social ineptitude and gleeful murderous rage. Kurt Kunkel's not a believable character, but Joe Keery plays him with enough energy that the performance remains entertaining all the same. Spree is uneven and nowhere near a perfect film, but it's unique and timely enough to enjoy if you're willing to overlook its shortcomings. I had a fun time watching it, at least. Part of that fun comes from some violent what-the-fuck moments, and to keep YouTube off my ass about them, I got a sponsor for today's episode. Sundance TV is part of AMC Network's television family. Its name, of course, comes from Robert Redford's Sundance Institute, which programs the Sundance Film Festival, which is where Spree premiered. Synergy! Nowadays, Sundance TV also has a YouTube channel, and is home to fun series like Make This Movie, where Allison Raskin and Gabby Dunn help their guests come up with movie scripts on the fly. The show brings together some of the best writers, critics, and movie lovers in the business, and also Chelsea and me. We were recently on an episode alongside American Horror Story writer Asha Michelle Wilson, where we came up with a horror sci-fi movie about cults and cruise ships. To check out that video and the rest of the series, head over to the Sundance TV YouTube channel, which is linked in the description. New episodes come out every Monday, and I hear a future one will feature my buddy Matt Pat. Future episodes will also showcase some of AMC's leading talent from Fear the Walking Dead and Better Call Saul. That's Sundance TV on YouTube, home of the Make This Movie series. Check it out and subscribe to them today. How many kills does it take to become a hot new viral sensation? Well, hop on into the counting car and I'll drive you to the answer. The movie begins with a whole bunch of hey guys.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey, what's up guys?
That YouTube sign on is so ubiquitous, I've heard plenty of people incorrectly quote me as starting every kill count with it. Pro tip, I rarely, if ever, say hey guys. Kurt Kunkel is a content creator who does all sorts of things on his channel Kurt's World 96, from Draw My Life videos, to gaming live streams, to reviews of shoes and keyboard shortcuts.
Control-Shift? That's my favorite shortcut.
As preparation for the role, Joe Keery filmed countless videos in character as Kurt Kunkel. Only snippets of some of them wound up in the movie, but the Blu-ray special features have a few in their entirety.
You like that? Stupid bitch.
Despite his persistence, Kurt hasn't found an audience for his videos and streams. Unlike Bobby Basecamp, a kid he used to babysit, who's now Standy famous. Their friendship's kind of one way, though.
Fucking God. Fuck, I just died. Kurt, do not fucking double dip my stream.
Bobby's played by Josh Abali, who does a perfect job portraying your average douchebag influencer.
Just regarding like the party that went down at my pad last night, that girl who got thrown off the balcony and hit her ankle on the pool, not my fault. That dude who threw her off clearly wasn't strong enough.
It probably helps that Abali's a content creator himself, though to his credit, one who's actually funny.
Jared, could you read number 23 for the class? No, I cannot. What up? I'm Jared, I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read.
After 10 years of single-digit viewers, Kurt's reached a breaking point and is ready to give things one last shot with something he calls The Lesson, which is meant to teach people how to gain an online following. A foreboding text card and disgusting Comic Sans lets us know it's going to work for Kurt. So let's unlock our phone screen to internet success and open that app for a title card. Kurt preps his car with water bottles and cameras, because step one of the lesson is to
Get your rig together. If you're not documenting yourself, it's simple. You just don't exist.
This sentiment is a sad one, but it's also probably shared, in less explicit terms, by many people whose identities completely revolve around the number of likes they get. Let this film serve as a cautionary tale. You don't want to wind up like this sweaty dabbing boy. Kurt picks up a passenger named Frederick, who not only eschews the safety of seatbelts, but also preaches the gospel of white supremacy.
You are white, aren't you?
Kurt's worried that this racism could hurt his live streaming audience, which is currently just Bobby, so he encourages Frederick to drink his bottled water, which we learn from a flashback to an earlier video has been poisoned. Saboteur! Kurt cranks up the jams and speeds through a stop sign as Frederick dies in his back seat, coughing his life out from the poison he just imbibed. He's up for murder, y'all! Kurt's only viewer, Bobby, thinks the kill was fake news, but that's just fine with Kurt for now.
No one should be able to tell what you're doing is real at first, because you want to get as many done undetected for maximum attention down the road. Hashtag the lesson.
Director and co-writer Eugene Kotliarenko wanted this movie to serve as a sort of lesson unto itself. He was pitched the concept of a rideshare driving serial killer by co-writer Gene McHugh back in 2015. Kotliarenko wanted the character to have a strong motivation, and after initially planning for him to be driven by political ideology, eventually decided it'd be more interesting to make him a desperate clout chaser. Kotliarenko and Joe Keery developed the character of Kurt together, with research that included watching cringe compilations and videos from people who didn't have any followers.
We were looking for all of the people who wanted to be influencers
That didn't
who never
make it.
make it.
They intentionally made the character as off-putting as possible, which is why Joe Keery loaded his hair up with coconut oil. That's also why my hair looks so awful right now. It's called getting into character, people. Kotliarenko wanted him to be so pathetic, people wouldn't want to emulate his violence.
But when you see Kurt, yourself in Kurt, it should feel kind of cringy and bad.
He specifically said he wanted to make something the opposite of Joker, saying he found the violence in that movie portrayed as empowering for Arthur Fleck. His goal was to make sure the Spree audience never found Kurt Kunkel cool, and man did he succeed. Kurt's next passenger is Andrea, a snippy realtor who goes straight for a water bottle and winds up as Kurt's second kill. Damn, we got two bodies fast. And whoa there, Kurt, you about to give us a third right away? Nah, not at all. Kurt's just playing. By this point in the movie, I'll admit that I just don't buy Kurt as a real person. I know he's, quote, morally naive and only concerned with gaining followers, but the playful approach he takes to killing random people just doesn't feel like an actual cohesive person to me. Kurt cleans up after his kill and puts on a custom-made beat as he drives his third passenger around, an abrasive meathead named Mario. Since Mario opted for Spree Social, the app's equivalent to Uber Pool or Lyft Line, another rider gets added to the route, a woman named Jessie, whose life just got a whole lot worse.
Hey, Jesse.
Yeah?
I'm your Spree driver, Kurt.
Yo, what up, girl? Nothing.
What? Fuck. Dude, don't be such a bitch. Get her in.
I find it entirely unbelievable that Jessie gets coaxed into this car of creepers, but for plot purposes, she does, exposing herself to Mario's relentless advances. He recognizes her as a viral comedian, an apt role for Sashir Zameda, who spent 4 years on SNL. Her apparent internet fame immediately gets Kurt's attention.
You have a huge following?
Yeah, dude.
That's amazing. How did you grow your audience?
I'm funny.
Let me tell you, that definitely helps. Jessie can't handle Kurt's desperation for followers, or Mario's, Mario-ness, so she blasts the sex pest on her social media and makes an abrupt exit from the vehicle.
Fuck you. And you just
Like, reel it in a little bit. No one says follow out loud.
Upset about his lost opportunity to rub elbows with someone who's insta-famous, Kurt drives Mario to a distant construction site and demands he get out of his car. As Mario goes to take a pee, Kurt puts on Gummy Bears song and gets moving, grooving, jamming, slamming his car into Mario's body. Damn, someone better get that dude to a general hospital, am I right?
Are you guys seeing this?
Yeah, Kurt, and I'm also hearing that Gummy Bear song. Careful you don't get yourself a yummy tummy copyright strike. Kurt insta-stalks Jessie Adams and sees that she has a stand-up show that night.
It's funny how the stars will align like that. Me and Jessie, two big things happening on the same night.
You're not a big thing just yet, Kurt the Flirt, because even though Bobby keeps throwing digital dollars at him, he's still only rocking single-digit viewers. Bobby still thinks that Kurt's live stream murders are fake, much like his own video, Homeless Hero, a spin-off from his usual content.
Now, you guys know I usually prank the homeless. Homeless prank 17. Here we go, guys. Check this out. It's not even real money, bro.
I love how much I hate Bobby Basecamp and his stupid hoodie. This movie really nails the scummy prankster bro persona and how everything they do is either detestable or insincere.
This guy went out and made a huge difference for his community. And you can too. Drop a like and smash that subscribe button. It makes a huge difference.
Kurt tries to spice up his stream by driving recklessly for his next passengers, a trio of socialites that includes Richard, played by Frankie Grande, a host and YouTuber, as well as Ariana's older half-brother, and Kendra, played by Vanderpump Ruleser Lala Kent. The two of them are at first terrified by the wild ride, but London, played by actual actor Misha Martin, is unbelievably more amenable to Kurt's offer of an adventure. He drives them to a junkyard and tells Richard and Kendra to hang out the sunroof for the gram. They start to have a good time with it, even as Kurt floors the gas and drives well over this junkyard speed limit.
Oh my god, bitch. This is amazing!
But Kurt's in this for the kills, so he closes the sunroof to trap his stylish victims. And as his Kurt's world beats swell, all three of his passengers are killed. Richard and Kendra are eaten by some junkyard dogs off screen, while Kurt takes a power drill and sticks it into London's face. If only she hadn't been picked up by this lost and delirious driver. Too bad Bobby doesn't see Kurt's triple kill. He stopped watching the stream because Kurt just doesn't interest him. On the phone, Bobby tells Kurt to be more like Jessie Adams because she comes across as authentic in all of her social media posts. Kurt's not impressed though.
She doesn't film her stories vertically.
Yeah, well, why don't you go watch How to Dance with Janelle and get back to me after that, right, bud? Kurt grows bitter at Jessie's live stream success, and the movie makes us think that he's found where her grandma lives, as we see him approach a house as she hears a knocking at the door. It's a fake out, though, and instead, Jessie finds fellow SNLer Kyle Mooney on her porch. Kurt, meanwhile, has made his way over to Bobby's base camp. Bobby tells Kurt to fuck off, saying they're not collaborators or friends, and announces as much to his base campers in an impromptu live stream.
See this motherfucker right here? This guy's name is Kurt, and just because he used to babysit me when I was like fucking 2, he thinks I owe him something. I don't know you shit, dude.
The lambasting finally propels Kurt's viewership to double digits, with Bobby's fans logging on just in time to see Kurt stab Bobby in the stomach with a knife. Though Bobby tries to defend himself with a gun, Kurt overpowers him, as his audience expresses the same skepticism Bobby himself showed earlier. Again, I find that a little hard to believe. I mean, look at this mess. Somebody would be calling the cops, especially with 100+ people watching Kurt shower Bobby's blood off. If they're not going to report him for that, they should at least do it for his abuse of the Zoom function. God. Even though I don't buy that Kurt's getting away with all this, I will say the movie very accurately replicates the messages you see in live streams. It's seriously uncanny. Director Eugene Kaliarenko actually wrote all those messages himself. He says he spent 40 all-nighters writing these 7,000 comments you see throughout the film. He wanted viewers to be able to pause the movie and have an extra laugh. Once again, success. Kurt jumps into quadruple digits by hosting his stream on Bobby's feed, but then his DJ dad Chris starts texting him, saying that he needs a ride to a gig. When his pops mentions another DJ named Uno, the live stream recognizes her name. So, after the cloud chaser, Kurt hijacks Bobby's wardrobe and picks up his dad Chris, played by former WCW World Heavyweight Champion David Arquette, who of course was Deputy Dewey in all 4, soon-to-be 5, Scream films. The two of them have a strange relationship, but it doesn't stop Chris from giving the occasional compliment.
I like the fucking cameras and the lights. I
like shit.
Chris is also a wannabe live streamer, one who's apparently fallen off the wagon. That sucks. But his 15 viewers is nothing compared to the 17,000 that DJ Uno has. As the film begins to incorporate security cam footage, Chris and Kurt ask Uno to tag Kurt's world in a post. She only agrees to do it if he drives her to where she wants to go.
You know Los Angeles taco truck?
There's a lot of taco trucks in
Tag me to LA taco truck, and I will tag you.
I love DJ Uno. Her small role is hilarious. I was surprised to see that this was the only listed credit for actor Sonny Kim. She's great. While Kurt waits in line to buy Uno a taco, she pilfers around in his car and finds the gun he took from Bobby. She snaps selfies with the piece while Kurt strikes out with a girl in line, then replenishes herself with a nice cold bottle of water. Wait, wasn't there something special about this? Oh no! By time Kurt gets back into the car, Uno is slumped over in the passenger seat, and his attempts to discard the poison water attracts the attention of a couple taco-craving cops. Now police body cam footage is added into the mix as the cops ask Kurt to perform a field sobriety test. Oh man, this is looking pretty bad. How's Kurt gonna get out of this one? What the Now, what the fuck? Why did that just happen? I mean, I know it was so Kurt could escape the cops and continue the film, but come on, that felt random as fuck. Kurt takes his fries and flees the police by driving into oncoming traffic, boosting his live stream viewers all the way into quintuple digits. He somehow escapes the coppers, insults the homeless community he drives through,
zero social media presence,
then crashes his car in a spectacular fashion, though not with any casualties I feel confident enough to count. Throughout this, Jessie's been given a ride to her show by fellow comedian Miles, whose body language and offers of advice just scream red flags.
You know I know the Comedy Central scouts, right? I can help you.
His set is met with silence, but the audience erupts when Jessie takes the stage. One member of this eager audience is the beat-up Kurt Kunkel, ready to hear Jessie start her set with the catchphrase that made her famous.
I said all eyes on me, I want to be seen. Great, get your phone.
Yep, tens of thousands of people see you, Kurt, and they see the gun you're holding, too. How's this guy still walking around all free? Jessie talks about her spree experience with Mario and Kurt and says that Kurt's starvation for social media followers gave her a bit of self-reflection. This is when the movie tries to deliver its own #the lesson, with Jessie saying that happiness can't be found in a high subscriber count.
Whether you have 20 million followers or 20 followers, we're all being watched and judged and hated, and you love it. You love it. You need it. You're all addicted to it, and you're addicted to other people.
She ain't wrong, but I'm not sure this movie fully earned this poignant moment. In any case, she finishes her set by smashing her phone on stage, ending her reliance on social media with a mic drop. Outside, Kurt sees that the spree service is temporarily suspended thanks to his murder spree. Oh, spree! I get it! It works two ways. But again, if this many people know about a spree-based murderer, it's impossible that a guy streaming to 30,000 people would escape detection. With spree down, Kurt gets a ride through another app called GoGo and gets in the car of a very nice-looking man named David.
Just so you know, I'm not the crazy driver driving around tonight.
Kurt knows all right and kills the other driver off screen. Sorry, David, should have responded no-no to that GoGo. Jessie's at a bar where Miles just won't leave her alone, so she ditches him by hopping in a GoGo and telling the driver to go, go, go! Although it's David's car, now Kurt's the one driving it, and he reveals to Jessie that he's her driver from earlier, the one she made fun of in her set. He also reveals that he was at her show, so he knows she's not going to be able to use her phone for help.
That's not gonna work. Jessie, your phone, you broke it during the set, remember?
Thinking that she's helpless, he tells her he's taking her to his home. But Jessie fights back with a phone cord and strangles him until he has a trash crash. He stops the car with a huff and stops Jessie with a punch, then drives her to his front lawn and drags her body into his headlights. A live stream poll of his audience tells him to kill her, which is sick, so he prepares to run her down as his viewers spam the chat. While adjusting a fallen camera, though, Kurt loses sight of Jessie, and because he gets out of the car, which is rightfully called out as a dumb move, she's able to commandeer the vehicle and try to run him down. Instead, she ends up crashing right through the side of his house, and Kurt flees into another room as Jessie tells the live stream she needs help. If only she could— wait a minute, my God, that's David Arquette's music! Chris is here now, confused as hell by both the sight of the stranger Jesse and the discovery of Kurt's mom Angela dead on the floor. A flashback shows that she was actually Kurt's first victim. He killed her off screen right before taking off to deliver the lesson. Kurt emerges and grabs Bobby's gun from his car and uses it to shoot his dad Chris a few times, killing him. I guess Mr. Arquette lost this death match. Jesse tries to escape in the car as Kurt continues shooting his dad's body, and when going in reverse doesn't work, well, she just drives that thing forward and crushes Kurt Kunkel against the wall. It doesn't kill him immediately. Jesse is forced to finish the job with his phone, as a flashback to a few minutes earlier shows Kurt feeling like a champ.
50,000 people watching? I guess I got what I wanted.
I guess you did, man. 50,000 viewers and a collab with Jesse Adams. A quick little wrap-up shows the outcome of Kurt's lesson. Jesse Adams ends up more famous than ever, a straight-up multimedia queen. And though Kurt is rightfully despised by most media outlets, he is predictably lauded as a hero by some of the scummier parts of the net. The movie ends with some sadly realistic adoration of the murderer on 4chan, with one of its posters even making a movie about him. A movie called Spray. How many kills can you get without losing your 5-star driver rating? Let's find out and get to...
Oh, that reminds me. You probably think this sucks ass, but...
Actually...
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies.
I know it's for the full thing, but I would need the script in front of it. And that just seems like a whole lot of hard work. You know what? If I can get my house up and okay, this is the challenge for myself. Okay, this is what I want to do. If I can get this entire farm up and like this entire thing is full of wheat and all of that.
Mayhem is a virus movie completely confined to an office high-rise. The singular setting gives it an almost game-like feel.
Yeah, and we have this full farm and stuff. And I'm able to finish my house before the stream ends. I will play the full thing. Remember, it's gonna be bad because I literally have to follow the script. That just shows you how bad I am at the piano. But
I also enjoyed how it doesn't discriminate. The ladies are just as much a part of the beatdowns as the men.
It really bothers me that women don't get the same treatment as men in the workplace. I'm all about gender equality here.
With the theme of sticking it to the man, Mayhem is a cathartic film for anyone who feels mistreated by their boss. And with a creative use of the office setting, it's much more satisfying than the superficially similar Belko experiment, which came out around the same time. And in the fun style, the breakneck pace, and the realness from its lead performers, Mayhem ends up being a perfectly synthesized sub-90-minute adventure that is exceptionally easy to watch. Unless you're on YouTube, which might not take too kindly to all this rage killing. Enter today's sponsorship. Movement spelled
The recipe we invented over 145 years ago.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Fuck you, I'm choosing cat.
Although the CDC plans to get it under control through mandatory quarantines. Good luck! While the virus itself isn't lethal, the infected Redders can be.
Introducing Mr. Neville Reed, the first Redder to be officially cleared for murder.
Neville Reed beat the crap out of a co-worker and killed him with a bunch of brutal pen stabs to the neck. But Neville's lawyers successfully argued that because he was infected, he wasn't in control, and thus couldn't be held liable for murder.
God bless the justice system.
God bless this title card! Shit yeah! Neville Reed's lawyers came from Towers and Smythe Consulting, and when Derek Joe began working there years ago, he was young, eager, and bright-eyed. The toxic work culture gradually broke him down, but he kept at it, eventually finding the legal loophole that allowed Neville Reed to walk free. For masterminding the Neville Reed case, he was promoted to a corner office position and became a loyal lieutenant for the corporate machine.
What a dick. Mayhem, written by Matthias Caruso, he felt an immediate kinship with the main character.
So it is my most personal film.
Lynch cast Stephen Yeun in the lead role, who also drew on some office experience he had doing sales right out of college.
I think the structure of it really didn't vibe with how I wanted to express myself or where I felt like I wanted to go.
This was one of Yeun's first big roles after leaving The Walking Dead, and the movie wouldn't have been the same without him.
No, you cast this movie wrong, and it can be incredibly mean.
Derek has a meeting with a woman named Melanie, who's here trying to reverse a foreclosure on her home. He sees that the order came from board member Irene Smythe, so there's nothing he can do to help now. But don't blame him, he's just the messenger.
No one raindrop thinks it caused the flood.
Oh, I love Tom Petty. Wait, was that Petty? Though Melanie wants to speak to Miss Smythe personally, Derek instead has her forcefully removed. Whew, making someone homeless sure does work up a thirst. Too bad Derek just drank himself some ID7 flavored water, though he can hardly be blamed. That shit's all over the place. Derek gets an elevator passcode to go see the company's director of operations, Cara Powell, alias the
Where did it go
Siren.
this time?
She always has the boss's ear. She's throwing Derek under the bus for a problem they're having with a client called Vandecourt. Even though it's not his case, she's setting him up to be the fall guy. Using her fancy top-level elevator key, they take it up to John Towers, alias the boss, a man who likes to use art to make his points. Derek tries to plead his case and says that Kara's to blame for the Vandecourt crisis, but he gets kicked out of Towers' office, and Kara soon rejoices in telling him that he's been fired. Derek vows to fight for his place in the rat race, saying he'll take this to the Nine, TSC's board of directors. But it's too late for that. The Nine, which includes Irene Smythe, have already voted for Derek to go down, which is why Towers sends in head of HR Lester McGill, alias the Reaper. He's played by Dallas Roberts, who, like Stephen Yeun, was in The Walking Dead, having played Milton in season 3. Poor Milton.
Once my axe breaks, I'll stop gathering wood.
He's got no fucks to give. He's only doing his job.
File that under N for not my problem.
Derek is on his way out of the building when a whole bunch of SWAT trucks roll up and force everyone back inside at gunpoint. If that wasn't alarming enough, the CDC also breaks out that wonderful yellow caution tape that I would have used as set deck for this kill count, but apparently I lost it in the move. The CDC tells Towers and the Nine that their building's been locked down for quarantine. A vaccination is being pumped into the air system, but it's gonna take 8 hours to cure everyone of the virus. I love the use of this ticking clock device. It's a simple way to add to the movie's energy. In the meantime, folks are gonna have to fend for themselves, which is why the already infected Derek stabs an aggressive guy in the foot and beats him until he's pulled away by his good friend Ewan Niles. I just kicked his ass! Ewan tells Derek he's got to try to calm down, which is going to be difficult since the virus's effects are amplified by stress and caffeine.
I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna fucking kill you! Bye, Mom.
Yep, the ID7 virus has turned this place into the Tower of Rabble, and despite Ewan's advice, Derek is trying to go see Towers and enact some revenge. But Towers knows better than to let this angry fella in to see him. Fuck you! Derek is manhandled into the basement by Colton Snyder, alias the Bull, a security guard who acts as John Towers' bruiser. Over the phone, Towers tells Derek that it was easy to see what he was doing.
Neville Reed, he got away with murder. Maybe I can have a little fun here.
Instead of a liability-free murder, Derek gets a beatdown and a face full of mace. Ewan shows up out of nowhere and attempts to save his friend, but the Bull headbutts him backwards into a nail sticking out of the wall. Getting stabbed in the brain's not something you're gonna want to do.
I smell toast.
Unless maybe you like the smell of toast or something. I don't know. Derek is knocked out, and when he awakens, he finds himself with a spittin' mad Melanie blaring metal from her earbuds. They exchange a spit for spat, and then a couple of blows back and forth, because Mayhem ain't afraid to show ladies kicking ass and getting their asses kicked. Melanie was thrown down here because of the lockdown, and doesn't give a damn that Derek lost his job. But he offers her a partnership of convenience. If she helps him get out of here, he'll take her to Irene Smythe, the woman who foreclosed on her home. How's that sound, Mel?
Are you gonna stop being an
It's debatable. Yeah, yes.
Derek somehow puts together a working phone and uses it to call Vandecourt, who then phones in to Towers and the Nine. Don't worry, though. Towers is ready for this shit! A bunch of alpha corporate jargon is exchanged, passing the blame for the case's failure all around. But ultimately, Derek tells Vandecourt that TSC messed up the account.
I believe they dropped the ball, sir.
But then they also defecated on the ball and then sodomized the ball.
With such a huge client relationship torn asunder, Towers orders a repeat beatdown for Derek. Derek gets the jump on his enforcers and uses his anger at his corporate overseers to, I think, beat this one guy to death. He looks dead, right? Yeah, he's super dead.
Christ, man. Fuck your girl, too?
Derek and Melanie arm up in a maintenance cage, giving them the weapons and tools they need to nail some corporate asses to the wall.
Fuck yeah.
Toolbox murder duo, activate! Their first target is the Reaper, who's currently trying to tamp down his aggression with some tree trimming. Bonsai. When he steps outside his office to check in on the chaos, Melanie nearly nails him in the face, but he's able to get back inside his office and hides there as security guards show up and tase Melanie to the floor. Derek stabs both the guards, non-lethally, I think. I mean, that first dude's definitely still alive, then helps Melanie back up. You know what? I think they're really starting to like each other.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, too.
Yeah, that's nice. They kick their way into the Reaper's office and demand he give them his elevator key card. If not, they'll kick his ass, since he did just fire Derek. And don't give them any of that don't shoot the messenger shit.
No one raindrop thinks it caused the flood. I get what that means.
The Reaper stabs Derek's hand into the desk and tackles Melanie down, but has a bunch of people watch and bet on the outcome of the fight. She grabs a buzzsaw and holds it up to his belly. Yeah, she's way into it, man, giving this guy slushy for intestines. Melanie banters with Derek and calls him a suit as she frees his hand and tells him not to complain. After all,
At least you're not that guy.
after a very awesome background half-baked reference, we see a couple of background bodies. One in a video thread Derek sends to the 9th, and another in a stairwell on security cam footage. That lady's scanning her butt. Derek takes the Reaper's key card to gain elevator access to Cara Powell's floor. She's got the next key card they'll need in a stairwell on get them to the top of the tower. But first, they take a breather as another dude lies dead, I think, in the background, and chat about their favorite bands.
Motorhead. DRI. And early Anthrax.
Dave Matthews Band is a good band.
That conversation wasn't in the script. It was inspired by some on-set improv that happened by accident the day before they filmed this scene. When Lynch asked them who their favorite bands were, Young and Weaving ended up answering the questions in character.
I was so inspired by that I quickly went home, wrote out essentially what we were kind of talking about, and then came in the next day and said, here are the pages. They looked at the pages and went, we got this.
Lynch cites it as a great scene that helps you care about the characters, and I agree. Definitely worth invoking Dave Matthews Band to do it.
We had no...
Right. This is something about reference.
If not, they'll kick it. They're starting to like each other.
Fuck you.
And don't give them any of that don't shoot the messenger shit.
No one raindrop thinks it caused the flood. I get what that means.
The Reaper stabs Derek's hand into the desk and tackles Melanie down, but has a bunch of people watch and bet on the outcome of the fight. She grabs a buzzsaw and holds it up to his belly. Yeah, she's way into it, man, giving this guy slushy for intestines. Melanie banters with Derek and calls him a suit as she frees his hand and tells him not to complain. After all,
At least you're not that guy.
after a very awesome background half-baked reference, we see a couple of background bodies. One in a video thread Derek sends to the 9th, and another in a stairwell on security cam footage. That lady's scanning her butt. Derek takes the Reaper's key card to gain elevator access to Cara Powell's floor. She's got the next key card they'll need, the one that'll get them to the top of the tower. But first, they take a breather as another dude lies dead, I think, in the background, and chat about their favorite bands.
Motorhead. DRI. And early Anthrax.
Dave Matthews Band is a good band.
That conversation wasn't in the script. It was inspired by some on-set improv that happened by accident the day before they filmed this scene. When Lynch asked them who their favorite bands were, Young and Weaving ended up answering the questions in character.
I was so inspired by that I quickly went home, wrote out essentially what we were kind of talking about, and then came in the next day and said, here are the pages. They looked at the pages and went, We got this.
Lynch cites it as a great scene that helps you care about the characters, and I agree. Definitely worth invoking Dave Matthews Band to do it.
We had no intention of dragging poor Dave Matthews into this movie.
With time running out for them to murder with impunity, Derek and Melanie decide to make their move, not knowing that Towers has put out a bounty on their heads. That's why, after they step into this bullpen where 2 more dead bodies are lying on the ground, Kara confronts them alongside a bunch of wage workers hoping to earn themselves a bonus. Derek puts on some faith no more and tells the bounty hunters that he can't be held liable for what he and Melanie are about to do to them. And even though this fight is about to be a 5-on-2, I'd put my top bills on the top build here. It's a long and well-thought battle full of action-packed sound effects and brutal-looking hammer beatdowns. And in the end, after Derek gets Smokey with a fire extinguisher, I think it's safe to say that all 5 of their foes were beaten to death. But hey, Derek and Mel can't be held liable for it. They break into yet another office and demand yet another key card, this time from the Siren, a slightly more difficult mini-boss than the Reaper. This movie really is like a video game. Kara says that she's open to negotiate, only to learn that her assistant Meg destroyed the card in order to protect Towers and the Nine.
So they offered me a promotion in exchange for destroying the card.
Having sufficiently stabbed Kara's back, Meg proceeds to stab her front as well, doing Derek and Melanie's job for them off screen, which Melanie is just fine with.
Now it's a party! Oh my god! Yes!
Derek and Melanie tell Towers that they're coming for it, but not before they take some time to get sweet with each other, starting when Derek apologizes for failing to help with her foreclosure. A video of Towers pissing on the corpse of his buddy Ewan earns Derek some sympathy caresses, which turn into sexy Tom Rubro. And then the two of them just start grinding each other like the gears on a faulty printer. Ooh, and she is just joking a little bit there? The exertion leaves them both exhausted as DMB plays on the soundtrack, and they try to figure out how to move upward without a key card. They hit up a tech guy named Ray, who's beating the shit out of his keyboard like some angry noob who keeps getting pwned, and who's played by director Joe Lynch in an uncredited cameo. What up, Joe? They get him to hack into Irene Smythe's computer and delete all of her important business files. When she calls him for tech support, Derek picks up and tells her that he's got a backup of her hard drive, but that he'll only trade it for her elevator key card. Smythe agrees to meet with them, thinking she'll have the upper hand by hiding the bull's gun beneath the table. But that plan falls apart in a heartbeat. All out of options, she gives them the key card, but before they'll give her the copy of her hard drive, Melanie wants Smythe to cancel the foreclosure on her home. Smythe fails to play ball, and Mel gets smashy. The bull Colton Snyder shows up and kicks off another multi-fight action sequence. After some glass smashing and screwdriver stabbing, the bull goes to mace Derek in the face again. But Derek opens up wide like a little Kirby and then spits the mace right back into the bull's face. A stab to the head with the screwdriver finishes Snyder off, and in a wonderful one-take with some great sound design, Derek gets to a water cooler for some sweet, wet relief. Smythe says that they'll need a code to use the elevator pass card and offers Derek a trade. She'll give him the code if he lets her murder Melanie, since she just destroyed all her valuable business files. With Murder Happy Hour ending in less than 25 minutes, a reluctant Derek agrees and knocks Melanie out.
Fuck you, Derek, you piece of shit suit!
It's a heartless act of betrayal, but don't you worry, it doesn't last long. After Smythe puts in the elevator code for Derek to go upstairs, he reveals that he freed Melanie using his murder screwdriver. It's a bit of a clunky reveal. I'm not sure why he had to French kiss her that hardware, but in any case, the newly freed Melanie stomps up to and murders Irene Smythe off screen. Derek's so pumped to finally reach the big bath that he's punched himself in the face on the elevator. I guess when it's time to party, he will party hard. Party hard. He enters Towers' office to a round of applause from the 8, formerly known as the 9, back when Irene Smythe was still alive. They're applauding Derek's success and the agreement being offered by Towers. The boss will make Derek a partner in exchange for Derek, not murdering him.
You're a fucking piece of shit.
Towers begins the celebration like it's all a done deal, hoping these vaguely European honey hots can drive Derek to sign his name.
Sign it and I'll suck your cock. Sign it and I'll help.
But Derek is less moved by the offer's hefty sum and fellatio bonus than he is by seeing Melanie's foreclosure notice, so he rejects the promotion, turning the sexy pot sweeteners into stabby assassins. Can't say too much for their accuracy, though. With the femmes fatales taken care of, Derek and Towers finally confront each other for an all-out golf club versus Crescent Bench Fight! Derek is blinded by some pocket code and beaten pretty badly, but eventually he leaps into a face punch to turn the tides and hit Towers into oblivion. He yells at the 8 that it's time for a board decision, and knowing when to cut their losses, they vote to end the boss's life. After one more insult from Towers, Derek punches him over the railing and sends him falling down the center skylight of the high-rise.
Alright, so we need obsidian, but we don't want to farm all that goddamn obsidian and go down into a deep dark cave and all that shit. So I say we go and just go beepity boppity boop into the ocean to just go get the stuff, you know? Yeah, no? Yeah, no?
Cancel the foreclosure on Melanie's house. After that, he quit the position so he could find time to take painting classes with his cute new girlfriend. The movie ends with him telling the audience to not let work rule their lives. Good go-home message, Rob. How many non-liable murders occurred throughout Mayhem? Let's find out and get to the numbers.
I'm sorry, sheep. You know, you can keep your mom, but if I see you here in 2 days, I will kill both of you. I just feel bad. I hope this isn't your father, little one.
That features Americans trying to kill each other over their partisan beliefs.
Those people that are shooting at you, they're just exercising the very same right?
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's a satire on the sad state of civility today, when people with differing political opinions are more likely to see each other as mortal enemies than fellow Americans. Like I said, The Hunt's release was delayed in a big way. Originally scheduled to come out in the fall of 2019, it was postponed after the tragic shootings in Dayton and El Paso. It was eventually released in March of 2020, just in time for COVID to shut down movie theaters, prompting distributor Universal to release it early to streaming. After some early criticism from both sides of the political spectrum, before anyone ever
Your mom is dead, little one.
Run
while you still can.
Tweets, it's safe to say that The Hunt had one of the most controversial releases of recent horror movies. Is it really as scandalous as all that suggests? I mean, no, not really. Yeah, the movie's plot is that a bunch of coastal liberal elites are hunting and killing so-called deplorables. But it's all in the service of jokes, since The Hunt is a dumb comedy loaded up with political stereotypes of all stripes. And it actually does the whole both sides thing pretty well. I'd say this is a much more neutral parody than anything you'd see on late-night talk shows or SNL. The left and the right both get made fun of for the identity politics they employ, though it all feels pretty innocent and with a big old wink to the audience. I don't think this movie's trying to shit on anyone, really. If there's any takeaway message, it's probably just, hey, that's kind of dumb that we're so at each other's throats right now. Maybe we should knock it off. To go along with its cartoonish political message, The Hunt's got a lot of big cartoonish kills, and I grabbed a sponsor for this episode so I could leave them all uncensored. Raycon earbuds give you great sound and a comfortable fit starting at about half the price of other premium earbuds on the market. They can be used every day while you work and or play, making them an excellent holiday gift for friends and family, even the ones you disagree with politically. Hell, they even come in different colors, so you can get a red pair for your live free or die father,
I would rather have your
blue
leads.
pair for your vegan niece with the rose in her Twitter handle. You can make an affordable gift more budget friendly with 15% off
leather.
So get your holiday shopping
Just a bonus for this. I didn't even need it.
Click the link in the description
But I did need
box,
this food, so let's just start cooking it.
15% off your Raycon purchase.
Let's make a new boat, because apparently I'm stupid and I keep losing all my boats.
Let's get to the kills.
I just want to do like an entire day of just cutting wood and just depositing it, but not right now, because I actually want to do stuff different today. Well, guys, you might get to hear me play the piano. What the? Oh, okay. Why before Mom gets home? Can you just feed him? I'm doing something.
Exact type of roles I would love to play. Please
Oh,
give
come
me some
on.
beer, thank you very much. The champagne pouring gets interrupted when a confused guy named Randy stumbles out from the back.
What is happening? Everyone's fucking awake, man.
Randy doesn't know how he wound up here, but a guy named Ted, who says he's a doctor, gets him to calm down and lie on the floor. That makes it a lot easier for him when he stabs him in the neck with a pen. Randy tries to fight back with the champagne bottle, but the woman who owns this place, Athena, who mentioned the hunt in that text, puts an end to it by shoving her heel into his face. Randy screams,
Guys, I'm gonna have to get my dog some water and some food. So I swear I'll be right back. I'm sorry for the interruption, but I really need to go do that.
Another captive in yoga pants, played by
I'm
Emma
gonna just
Roberts,
expand the farm a little so I can try to actually do the piano.
A whole bunch of trucker-hatted, flannel-shirted folk find themselves
I will be right back, and actually this will make it so my farm grows faster, so I could actually maybe able to do the thing. I'll be back, guys. I'm gone. Here you go. What? How did I die? Drowned? Oh fuck. If my stuff is gone, I'm gonna be pissed. How? How was I there? I was not here. I was all the way up in the farm, wasn't I? What, did I get hit into here? Fuck you, skeleton. I know this is all you. Do you really want to fight me? Yeah, both of you are going to die now because of you are being stupid. Is that it? Let me see. Looks like everything. Okay. God, you can't go AFK in any game apparently anymore. Okay. I have my doggy. I have my phone. And we have an entire day to go to the Nether. Now I really want to do it at base, but I don't want to cheat like last time. Like just go. Oh, by the way, I never had a dream or whatever. If literally any of you believe that, please go to a psychiatrist. Okay, that sounds really good. Okay, never mind. I won't say that. But please don't. If I ever do a series like that again, no, it's fake. I would feel bad if you thought it was real. Of course it was fake, all fake. Corruption. This is a legit world. I'm not gonna do any hocus pocus shit like, oh, there's a dick that can eat your chickens. Watch out. That'd be scary though, like a human penis just running after you trying to eat your chicken.
What is this avatar shit? He tries making
no one has to say it's a human though, so I don't know why I came up with that.
Overwhelmed by arrows and falls to the ground. He survives long enough to see a mishandled grenade thrown next to him. Wait, did you pull the pin? As well as a second one with the pin properly removed, killing him with a big boom. The others reach a small Ma and Pa store where the snacks are aplenty and the news is existential. They find out from Ma and Pa that they're presently in Arkansas, even though the three of them are from New York, Wyoming, and Orlando. Staten Island realizes that they must have fallen victim to Manorgate, the conspiracy theory about elite liberals hunting so-called deplorables to death. Ma and Pa start an argument about the Second Amendment, and before you can say Charlton Heston, Big Red starts choking on the donut she was eating, because it was poison. Ma and Pa gas the place, shoot Staten Island in the chest, and after Pa growls to Vanilla Nice that climate change is real, finish him off with a gun butt. After having killed our third would-be protagonist, Ma and Pa clean up their kills and reassure themselves of their own mighty morality.
He's wearing a wedding ring.
He's a monster. Honey, he probably uses the N-word. And not even in private, he probably uses it on Twitter.
Don't worry, though. No matter how much they convince themselves their snap judgment of others is justified, it'll never be enough to match the passion of their self-loathing.
Privilege, Julius.
It's perfectly fine to call them black again.
According to who?
NPR.
Which consists almost exclusively of
White people. We're the fucking worst.
The tone of this movie, being just silly enough to not take seriously, works really well for me. So props to director Craig Zobel, a filmmaker who co-created Homestar Runner back in the late 90s. Ma and Pa reset their store just in time for another auntie to arrive. A woman named Crystal, played by Betty Gilpin, who you're gonna see kick a whole lot of ass. She asks where they are and to buy a pack of smokes, but when she gets her change, she realizes something is wrong. So she smashes Ma's head against the counter, jumps back there to grab their shotgun, and shoots Pa dead. You see,
cigarettes in Arkansas only cost $6. You fucked up, bitch.
You done fucked up, Mom. Yep, 27 minutes in, and we finally settled on a real female protagonist. And as fun as the other characters were, this movie is made by Betty Gilpin in the lead role. Crystal don't fuck around. After confirming that she's not actually in Arkansas, and that she's not about to get any free wheels up in this bitch, Crystal runs into another huntie named Gary, played by Ethan Suplee. Hope he can see down that barrel better than he can see schooners. As they follow some railroad tracks, Gary tells Crystal that they're in the middle of Manor Gate, run by the biggest boogeyman of all.
You know the boys and cocks who run the deep state.
But Crystal is less concerned with conspiracy theories than she is with hopping onto this moving train. I haven't seen it, but apparently the scene works as an inside reference to Tony Scott's final film, Unstoppable, which featured Ethan Supplee's character failing to board a moving train. You finally did it, buddy! They're not alone inside this cart, though, because there are a whole bunch of immigrants here who aren't speaking English to them.
Come on. What? You know what we have here? Crisis actors.
Gary's a podcaster, so he knows all about this stuff. They're not gonna pull one over on him.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
So? They're crisis babies.
Before things can get violent, the train is stopped by some soldiers with dogs. They pull everyone out of the cart, and Gary tells them that he and Crystal are Americans, and that these immigrants aren't real. The soldiers ignore him, but he may not be entirely wrong.
I don't think they believe you, Gary.
Yeah, Mike here actually isn't an immigrant. He's one of the hunters. Though he tells Gary that the other immigrants are real, and so are these soldiers. The train getting stopped like this wasn't part of any plan. Pissed about Crisis Mike's deception, Gary tackles him and sticks a live grenade in his pants. Gary and everyone else is able to clear the area, but Mike's not able to get the nade away from his dad's in time. Crystal is taken to a refugee camp where she speaks to some officers in charge and determines that she's in Croatia. She's matched up with another guy getting hunted, Don, who's excited for them to get back to America so they can expose Manorgate on Hannity.
It's like you two Jew boys that fuck mixing up.
Don's thrilled when a guy named Oliver shows up, saying he's from the U.S. Embassy, but it doesn't take long for him to start acting suspicious, implying that Don and Crystal were chosen to be hunted for a reason. Crystal smells the bullshit a mile away and refuses to humor him for even a minute.
A minor that might make somebody want to try something.
She tosses him off the car and promptly murders him by driving directly over his head. Don freaks out about it for a moment, but Crystal proves she was in the right when she finds Gary dead in the trunk, a knife in his head.
Jesus.
Nope, it's Gary.
Don does a count and realizes that they're the last two hunties alive. And though he just wants to get out of there, Crystal wants to follow this map they found and confront the people hunting them. To explain herself, she recites a story her mom used to tell her called The Box Turtle and the Jackrabbit. Wait, she means the tortoise and the hare, right? I mean, sounds the same. Jackrabbit always wins races, is a big old stupid dickhole about it, ends up getting beaten by the box turtle because of his arrogance. We all know this story, except in Crystal's version, the Jackrabbit ends up visiting the box turtle's home with a hammer that night.
Smashes up the wife and kids first so the box turtle has to watch him die.
So, sure, yeah, maybe some slight variations. She says the Jackrabbit killed the turtle because the Jackrabbit always wins. The Jackrabbit being the wealthy and powerful elite. But Crystal's done being a goddamn box turtle. We shift focus to the coastal elite pillbox, or maybe it's a bunker. I don't know. I'm about as well versed in weaponry as these clueless folks, who would feel much more comfortable in ivory towers policing each other's language.
Guys, we're all on the same team. Did you say guys? I'm sorry, I gendered it.
I love that they're wearing pristine, unused fatigues. It's a nice touch by costume designer David Tappert. Since they're not very good with guns, the hunters have a guy named Sergeant Dale consulting them. But he can't be there every time they have to tinkle. And so when Richard goes to drain the lizard, he gets distracted by Don and his throat slit by Crystal. Dale hears a noise that puts the clueless hunters on high alert. So when their bunker is invaded by that cute little pig, they shoot it all to death. Oh no!
Orwell!
As in George. There's been this whole Animal Farm thing going on that I haven't really mentioned until now, but it's fine. Now, obviously, I don't count pigs. But I do count people when their heads blow up, so onto the count this Spartan guy goes. Crystal shoots Dale in the chest and sticks an arrow into Liberty, and though Ted the doctor thinks
thinks he outsmarts her by pulling out the magazine, she knows there's still one in the chamber, so he gets shot in the chest and killed. Crystal then uses the scoped rifle to shoot down and kill a fleeing guy named Peter. Sergeant Dale gets back up to fight some more, but he finds himself outmatched by Crystal, who we find out shortly served in Afghanistan, while Dale's service was spent in the National Guard. Like I said earlier, Crystal kicks a lot of ass, and Benny Gilpin trained for months to prepare for the role.
You know, I think there's this pressure for ladies especially to train but also slim down, and I definitely did not want to do that. I was looking to look strong and be strong.
She says it was totally worth it, though, to play an active character instead of another housewife. An injured Liberty calls Crystal a hick, and when Don finally shows up and wants to spare the wounded woman, the ladies tell him that that's sexist.
She's a woman.
Hey, miss. Do you think you should be afforded mercy just because you're a girl?
No.
And that's what we call equal rights, Don. Don't talk down to women trying to murder you. Athena's voice comes over the radio, and she talks to Don by name, which of course draws Crystal's suspicions and guns. Don denies knowing who Athena is, but is also unwilling to disarm himself, so Crystal ends up shooting and killing him off screen. Then she tells Athena through the radio that she's the only one left.
Then I guess you better come and get me.
Crystal asks Dale where Athena is, and with some physical encouragement, gets the location of the manor. Then she thanks Dale for his service and shoots him off screen. We flash back to 1 year earlier when Athena, who still hasn't done a face reveal, finds herself in an emergency meeting at her company, filmed in the real-life office of Jason Blum. In fact, co-writers Damon Lindelof and Nick Hughes, son of Lindelof's Lost partner Carlton Hughes, intentionally wrote The Hunt to be a Blumhouse film in terms of tone and budget. Filming in Jason Blum's actual office was like a nice little cherry on top of getting this thing made. The emergency meeting is because that Martin guy, the head explodey dude, got his phone hacked, and one of the things leaked to the public was the group text that opened the movie.
Athena, at least the hunt's coming up. Nothing better than going out to the manor and slaughtering a dozen deplorables.
We learned that back when she sent that text, the hunt wasn't real, and Athena was only joking. But after the thread was made public, people started believing Manorgate was legit. Hilary Swank is finally revealed as Athena's actor, as she laughs in disbelief, even though this is no laughing matter.
Conspiracy websites are all over it. They're going bananas. They're going berserk. Reddit? I mean, I don't know the names of them all.
They chide her for using the loaded term deplorables and say that in order to save their company's reputation, she and everyone in that group text are fired. A few months later, Athena and the others began tracking down the individuals online who fueled the Manorgate fire that cost them their jobs. Gary's chosen because of his podcast, Shane because he's, as his nickname suggested, a big game hunter, and this guy is not chosen despite an argument for affirmative action.
And if we don't have at least one person of color in this, it is going to be problematic.
I'm playing an Arab refugee. I'm from Connecticut. Isn't that a little problematic?
That was your idea. It was your idea. It was weird when you said it.
Their last choice is one that Athena takes a personal interest in. Crystal May Creasy, Twitter handle Justice for Y'all, who tweeted that Athena was a murdering bitch.
That's our snowball.
Back in the present, Crystal gets to the manor and, being told that there are mines beneath her feet, agrees to Athena's commands over the call box to leave her gun behind. She enters unarmed and finds a who's who wall of the huntees. Oof, Staten Island with the tiki torches. She continues towards the sound of classical music and finds Athena cooking up a fancy dinner in a fancy kitchen. The two women are finally face to face, intentionally dressed in similar tones as Melania Trump and Michelle Obama at Donald Trump's inauguration. Though Crystal says she has no idea who Athena is, Athena proclaims that she knows everything about Crystal, that speed runs through a biography that includes a criminal father and a dead mom. Athena says Crystal was chosen for the hunt because of the online post she made about Athena being a murderer.
Evidence is all there. Their.
But Crystal tells Athena that she made a mistake.
There's another Crystal May Crazy back home. She spells May with an E. Hey, I get her mail sometimes.
She says her parents are both alive and free, but that she knows Athena doesn't care whether that's true or not. So how about they just get on to the fight? The fight scene between these two is a perfect synthesis of choreography, music, and sound effects. so many fun moments to it, including Athena using a wooden light fixture to ring Crystal's Liberty Bell, Athena using a creme brulee torch as a weapon, and Crystal kicking Athena through one of those fancy fireplaces. Though Athena breaks her own rule by breaking out a gun, she never gets a shot off at Crystal. She just pinches some skin with it. Ouch! Crystal does a great second-story table fall, takes a knife to the gut like a champ, tackles Athena over a table, and then throws her through a window. Hold on. Here, second take. There we go. That gets him to take a breather for a second, because turns out going through glass is really unpleasant. After a few more Miyagi moves, Athena stabs Crystal with a food processor blade and a meat thermometer. Shouldn't have continued with the bonus beatdown though, because that allows Crystal to pull Athena into the blade and do a little somersault thing that launches it into her opponent's gut. The fight finally finishes with both of them bleeding out on the floor. The 7-minute fight scene between these women is my favorite part of the movie, and a lot went into making it this awesome. With the screenplay only saying an epic fight scene happens, it fell to director Craig Zobel to plot it out in specifics. He worked with a bunch of his crew, including production designer Matthew Monk and stunt coordinators Hank Amos and Heidi Moneymaker, to choreograph the best fight possible for this climactic showdown. To that end, they built the kitchen set on a New Orleans soundstage and specifically designed it around the fight.
When you actually have a set that's built for you, specifically to crash through this wall and to fly through that fireplace,
It's amazing.
With Betty Gilpin having played a wrestler in Glow, and Hilary Swank a boxer in $1 Million Baby, they were both game to do most of the action themselves. So the fight was tailored to their strengths, both as actors and characters. A lot of kicks and weapon improvisation for Athena, while Crystal employed a more swirly and aggressive style. The scene was shot over 5 12-hour days, with stunt performers Sarah Irwin and Caitlin Deschelle subbing in for the big falls and stuff like going through the fireplace. There's so much to say about this scene that I can't do it all here, so I recommend you check out this very cool video from Insider that features a lot more details and diagrams. Link in the description. Athena and Crystal are left bleeding on the floor, with Crystal wondering why Athena nicknamed her Snowball. Like, she gets that it's from Animal Farm, but
Snowball is an idealist. He wants to make the world a better place. That's why the other pigs make up lies about him. Turn him into the enemy.
Athena asks Crystal if she's really justice for y'all, and Crystal reiterates that she's not. So with a single little whoops, Athena dies on the tiled floor, the last of the hunters vanquished. Crystal suddenly notices a jackrabbit nearby, and, not wanting to get smashed with a hammer, gets up off the ground. She has a quick bite of grilled cheese, cauterizes her wounds, and gives herself a makeover so that she looks like a hunter herself. Much like how the pigs in Animal Farm ended up looking like their human oppressors. She boards the private jet out back and tells the crew that she killed all the rich douches who flew here. So would they please take her home now, please? In contrast to Richard's condescension in the beginning, the movie ends with Crystal sharing her champagne and caviar with the flight attendant. She's happy to do so, and happy to be alive.
It's fucking great.
Hi! Oh, God. Oh, 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 oh.
What the fuck was that? Junior's iPad. Whoa,
These are the people who work on the front lines. They need a network that's built right. That's why we created Verizon Frontline, the advanced network and technology built right for first responders.
Oh man, I can't wait to eat this pink frosted sprinkle donut. Oh, it looks so delicious. And it's so fresh. Wait. Okay. Oh, I think it's time. Oh, yes. Hey, Chef, baby. Junior, what are you doing in here?
Wondering what you're doing.
Wait, why are you out of your room?
When were you about to do this donut?
I was about to eat it until you interrupted me.
Why are you taking your clothes off?
Because I eat my donuts naked. You don't eat your donuts naked?
No.
Hey, everybody, look at this weird kid. He doesn't eat his donut naked. He eats his donuts with clothes on. Weirdo.
Chevy, you're weird.
No, I'm not. Look, just answer the door, okay? It'll take about 30 seconds to 2 minutes, depending on if I can think of Margot Robbie. Oh, yeah.
Hello?
UPS.
I got a package for you. Need you to sign for it.
Okay.
Hey, don't drop my pen. That's my favorite pen.
I'm sorry.
Well, do you know how many lavender pens there are? Not that many.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be sorry. You know who almost touched that pen?
Who?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy. You know, the voice of Donkey from Shrek. See, I was at a basketball game this one time, and then I saw Eddie Murphy there, and I saw him get up to go to the bathroom, so I followed him into the bathroom, and then I started peeing at the urinal next to him, and then I looked over and I said, hey, Eddie Murphy, can I get your autograph? And he said, no, we're in a bathroom. But he almost did it. He could have done it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, so you just go ahead and sign. Just be honored that I'm letting you use my Eddie Murphy pee pen. That's your signature?
Yeah.
What? It's crappy. I hope you're never famous and you have to sign something in a bathroom like Eddie Murphy almost did.
Well, here's your pen back.
Oh, come on! I just got through telling you how expensive that pen is. Here, take it. Disrespect Eddie Murphy.
I didn't order a package. I wonder what this is. Look! Oh my God! An iPad! This is so crazy! Why would somebody send me a free iPad? I didn't order one. There's no way I can afford one of these. Huh? Maybe I won a contest. I have no idea, but somebody really loves me. I'm gonna call my friends.
Hey, Junior, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on, dude? I won a contest. I won an iPad.
Dude, an iPad? Oh, that's like $1,000.
Junior, what kind of contest did you win to win an iPad?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
A random package came to my door and it had an iPad in it.
Well, then you didn't win a contest.
How do you know?
Because you have to enter a contest to win a contest.
Maybe I won the most not entered contest.
If you didn't enter a contest, then how would they know who to send the iPad to?
They checked the database and they said, ooh, he's never entered a contest. He wins.
Dude, I wish I never entered a contest.
Right?
Junior, I don't think this package was meant for you.
How do you know?
Well, Junior, look right here. It says it's for somebody named Oliver.
Well, that's my name. My name's Oliver.
Dude, when did you change your name to Oliver?
Yesterday.
No, Junior, this is for somebody named Oliver Closeoff.
That's me. I identify as Oliver Closeoff.
No, Junior, this wasn't even supposed to come here. It's supposed to go to California. We live in Florida.
Well, I identify as the state that I live in as California, and I identify as Oliver, and if you say otherwise, I'm offended and you're canceled.
Yeah, it's 2021. He can be whatever he wants, Cody.
Yeah, and Mr. Potato Head should not have a gender. His name should be Potato Head. Or her name. And also, I hate the Pillsbury Doughboy. All the little girls can never grow up to be a Pillsbury Doughboy, so we should change it to the Pillsbury Dough person.
Yeah, you tell him, bro.
Junior, listen to me. You opened somebody else's mail. That's a felony.
No, it was sent to my address, and I had to sign for it. So obviously they wanted me to have it.
No, they don't want you to have it, Junior. Just put this back in the box and tell UPS they made a mistake.
But I really want an iPad. Ooh, how about we do the 7-second rule? I wait 7 seconds. If they don't come back, I get to keep it.
Junior, no, that's a rule for food that you drop on the ground, not packages you're not supposed to receive.
Well, the 7-second rule is for food, and this is an Apple product. Apple's a food.
Junior, okay, you know what? Fine. You have fun playing Angry Birds and Candy Crush or whatever, but I'm not helping.
What? Who's that?
It's probably UPS telling you that they made a mistake.
Oh, no, it's not. I bet it's Apple sending me more free stuff because Apple likes me. Hello? Are you here to give me more free iPads?
No. Listen, I made a big mistake.
What is it?
Giving you my Eddie Murphy pee pen because you scuffed it when you dropped it on the ground. And then I made another mistake after that. See, that package I gave you wasn't for you. It was for somebody else, so I need it back.
What package?
Oh, don't you do this to me. The package that I just gave you a minute ago, I need it back.
You didn't leave a package here.
Yes, I did. Look. This is your signature right here. You signed for it, remember? That's a crappy signature?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Kid, come on. Look, if you don't give me that package back, I could lose my job.
Take that L.
I'm not going to take that L.
Get wrecked.
I'm not going to get wrecked. Stop using your Xbox terminology. I just really need that package back.
Listen, I don't know what package you're talking about, so just take that L, get wrecked, whatever you gotta do, but they didn't leave a package here, so leave.
Kid, okay. All right, listen.
God,
you know
I
that
fucking
package was
hate
meant for?
tridents.
It's this kid, okay? And he's really sick. He was born with no legs and one arm, okay? He has no lungs. He has to breathe through a machine. His life is terrible, okay? The one thing he wanted before he died was that iPad, because he only has a few days left to live. So he just wants to have a few days to entertain himself before he dies. So please, give that iPad back. You'd be doing a lot for someone who doesn't have a lot.
Sucks to suck.
That story's made up, but you are heartless. Okay, here. I'm gonna come back with my carpet plate, and I'm gonna go in there, and I'm gonna get that package myself.
Yeah, good luck.
Finish your bit fade without pausing. Try YouTube Premium on us in style uninterrupted.
Spam and toast. A toast.
Good luck. Come back with a warrant. Guys, we need to hide this iPad. Who wants to take it back to their house for a few days?
Who's at the door, Junior?
the UPS guy?
And what did he say?
He said we have to get the package back.
I told you, Junior, you received somebody else's package.
Your mom received someone else's package.
Yes, I know. My mom cheats on my dad a lot, but we're not talking about that right now.
Look, I don't want to get this iPad back because I already accepted in my mind that I have an iPad.
Junior, it's not too late. If you just put it back in the box, we can pretend this never happened.
Or
what?
Or we can open it and play video games.
Well, do it like that. Let's do it.
Yeah.
No, Junior.
Whoa!
You opened it.
Cody, look how angry these birds are.
Yeah, I see them, Junior. They're very angry birds. Almost as angry as the cops are going to be when they find out what you did.
Cody, if the cops show up, I just won't answer the door.
Fine, have fun in jail.
Cody, I'm gonna backhand you.
Don't backhand me, Junior. Daddy, hiding.
Who's that?
It's probably the cops.
Well, I'm not gonna answer it. More angry birds.
Hello, what do you want? You know I was busy, right?
Yeah, sorry. Why are you naked?
Can a man enjoy his donut in peace?
Wait, you like to eat donuts naked too?
Wait, you do too?
Wait, yeah. Do you have any more donuts?
No.
Oh, so I'll just put my clothes back on then. I do need to search your house though.
Look, search or do whatever you need to. I've got some business to handle.
Oh, okay.
Awesome!
Dude, I smell bacon.
What, bacon?
Yeah, I smell pigs.
The cops?
Oh yeah, dude. The angry birds hate pigs, and we hate them too.
Oh, what are the cops doing here? They're trying to take my iPad. Cody, hide the iPad.
Where?
Hide it anywhere. I don't know. Just hide it.
Okay.
And the box.
All right, kid. Where is it?
Where's what? The warrant you're supposed to have?
I know I have a warrant.
Show me.
It's in the car.
Go get it.
I can't get it because somebody stole my car.
We'll go after him.
I can't go after him because I don't have a car anymore.
Use my dad's car.
Well, I'm not insured to drive other people's cars.
You don't have a warrant.
I don't, okay? You're right. The judge said it was stupid and he wouldn't give it to me, but I'm still a cop. You gotta do what I say.
Get out of my house. I didn't give you the right to search my house.
Give me the right to search your house, say what?
What?
Ha! You just gave me the right to search your house.
Darn it!
Yeah, it's an old cop trick. We use it to poop in people's cars. So, like, we pull them over, and we say, hey, can I poop in your car? And they say, no, I would have let you do that. Then I say, give me the right to poop in your car, say what? And they say, what? And then I take a big old stinky poop right in the driver's seat of their cars. They gotta sit in it on the ride home. And I make them watch while I do it. I love being a cop.
Well, no longer have the right to search my house, say what?
Nice try. You can't kid a kid.
Well, Peter Piper picked a pail of pickled peppers.
No, it's all wrong. It's Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
A peck?
Yeah, peck is like a collection of peppers, pickled or otherwise.
Well, I like picked a pail of pickled peppers.
I mean, you can pick a pail of pickled peppers, but it's picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Oh, well. Anyway, even if you search my house, you're not going to find anything because I already shipped the package back to the guy.
Wait, really?
Yeah, the guy I was originally supposed to go to, I shipped the package to that guy, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay. Then pinky promise.
What?
Pinky promise that you sent the package back to the guy.
You can't lie on a pinky promise.
Yeah, if you lie about a pinky promise, you go straight to hell. That's in the Bible.
Thou shalt not lieth on a pinky promise. Corinthians 4:15.
I know, Joseph. Pinky promise.
Don't do it, dude. Don't do it, dude.
I can't do it.
Aha! I knew it! You know, we send people to the electric chair that way.
I know. Look, how about this? If you don't find the iPad in 2 minutes, I get to keep it.
Okay, deal! Damn it, why am I so competitive? Okay, the time starts now. Nothing here either.
You're never gonna find it. I hope Cody hit it somewhere good.
Yeah, he better, dude. Oh, baby. You were the best donut I ever had. But you know what to do. Clean yourself up and call an Uber.
Where do I put it? Ooh, it does it. Okay, that's taken care of. But, hey, a donut. Is anybody gonna eat this donut? I'll take it. Where is it? There. Where are you? Aha! There it is! No, I got it in 2 minutes. We had a deal. Give me it. Give me it.
Look at this pen.
My Eddie Murphy pea pen.
No, dude, it's a pretty good pen.
Oh, no. Which one do I choose? The iPad or the Eddie Murphy pea pen? Yes!
No, the iPad! Darn it!
All right, kid, how's the iPad?
I'm afraid to look.
Well, flip it over. Oh, yeah, that thing's done.
Oh, it's broken!
Well, this should be a lesson to you for trying to steal Mr. Close-Off's iPad. I mean, he'll get another one because he had package insurance.
If you had insurance, why didn't you just let me keep it?
Because you needed to be taught a lesson that it's wrong to steal people's packages.
Oh, I really wanted to play Angry Birds 2. I love having an iPad.
Junior, but I just ate a really delicious donut. It had a hair in it, though.
A hair?
Whoa. That does not sound that good. Okay, now we're going to go get a lot of food. Actually, let's go see what enchantments we could get on my sword. Oh my god, my sword is done.
Because the school is poor and can't afford my salary. So you're gonna go around and sell candy bars to help pay my bills.
What do we get out of it?
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you asked, Junior. How many candy bars you sell determines what type of prize you get. See, if you sell 5 candy bars, you get this crappy shrinky that'll break in 5 minutes.
That sucks.
Dude, I can steal that from the dollar store.
Yeah, nobody plays with Slinkies.
If you sell 20 candy bars, then you get this crappy harmonica that barely works. See?
Okay, that's kind of sick.
Dude, I'd be the perfect homeless man if I had a harmonica.
Yeah, I'm already good at blowing.
And if you sell 100 candy bars, now this is really crappy. If you sell 100 candy bars, then you get this crappy little homie guy who can parachute. So when you throw it, it's supposed to parachute down, but I don't think it works because it's so crappy. But watch.
Oh, I need that. I can throw it off my stairs.
Junior, it's crappy.
And if you sell 500 candy bars, then you get this gooey little hand thing that sticks to stuff. See, watch.
That's so cool. I want a sticky hand.
Oh, yeah, dude, I want to slap the mess out of somebody.
I already got sticky hands.
And if you sell
Sharpness 1, that's not bad, though.
candy bars, you get
I would
a
rather
bouncy
save the lapis.
Bouncy ball?
How many bouncy balls?
You get 1 bouncy ball. Not 2, not 3, not 4, but 1 bouncy ball.
What a ripoff.
Well, hold on, Cody. Maybe it's a super bouncy ball that can bounce to space.
I highly doubt that, Junior.
And if you sell 5,000 candy bars, you get these crappy handcuffs.
Okay, I need that. My last pair broke.
And if you sell 10,000 candy bars, then you'll get these little annoying magnets that when you toss them in the air, they make the most annoying sound you've ever heard. Now listen.
Whoa! Those magnets are so cool!
Yeah, I want those because I want to annoy my daddy with them. And if you sell 25,000 candy bars, then you get these off-brand Nerf guns because I was too cheap to buy the real ones.
Oh, Joseph, we have to get those. We can have an off-brand Nerf war.
Oh, dude, we have to get those.
Those are just placeholders.
Sent to your house.
Well, but these are off-brand.
You can never have too many.
And crash, the grand prize, if you sell 50,000 candy bars, is a PlayStation 5 that my kids made in shop.
PlayStation 5! We have to get it! 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 Yes!
Gosh, it's 50,000 candy bars.
We can get it.
So get to selling the candy bars, and remember they're $1 a piece.
It's probably like a lot of kids that don't understand why that's such a bad deal.
Guys, let's get to selling. Okay, dude. All right, guys, let's start selling these candy bars so I can get a PlayStation 5.
In the sticky hand. Junior, you do realize you'd have to sell 50,000 candy bars.
Yeah.
That's $50,000.
Easy work.
No, Junior, not easy work. How do you plan on selling 50,000 candy bars?
Cody, it's easy. Look, we have these boxes, and each box has 52 candy bars in it. So we just have to sell the boxes.
Junior, you'd have to sell 962 boxes.
Yeah, so we just go up to 962 people and each sell them a box.
Junior, you don't know 962 people.
You don't know that, Cody. I have a bunch of friends. I know 962 people. I know you, and I know Joseph. Yeah. And I know Chef PP.
Junior, that's 3 people.
Well, Cody, you're being negative. You know Jeff Bezos started Amazon in his garage.
Mm-hmm. Look at him now. What does that have to do with candy bars?
He's a billionaire, Cody.
Hey, super successful, dude.
Yeah, he started his own company in his garage. So the main point is believe in yourself. Like, I believe we can sell these candy bars.
I don't.
Well, you're ugly. So look, here's my plan.
Well, you're ugly.
I'm gonna try to sell him my box, and then you're gonna try to sell him your box, and then you're gonna try to sell him your box.
Okay, dude.
Yeah, and he's gonna buy all 3 boxes, because that's only $156. That's all that is. I did the math in my head. So let's go try to sell these Chef Easy, okay?
I'm gonna make a personal chest.
I don't even know what that is.
All right, Cody. There's Chef
So
Easy.
just for like personal stuff. So like, not personal. Like I'll make sure to change it once in a while. Like deposit them. But this is just right after my adventures, and I need to deposit stuff.
I got candy bars.
Junior, I don't want candy bars for dinner. That's why I'm cooking this.
Well, what if you had them for dessert?
I don't want dessert.
Well, what if I said if you bought this get a PlayStation 5 myself, $50,000 worth. And look, all I need you to do is buy 52 candy bars. It's only $52.
Junior, I don't have $52, and I'm not gonna give it to you for candy, even if I had it.
So can you buy the box, yes or no?
No!
All right, Cody, you try.
With me, he said he didn't even have $52.
Well, Cody, you try. He might say yes to you.
Okay, fine. Hey, Chef Pee-Pee.
Oh, what do you want, Cody?
You want to buy this whole box of candy?
No, didn't you just hear what I told Junior?
I did.
Okay, so why would you ask the same thing?
I don't know.
What did he say?
He said no.
What? He said no. He didn't say no to you.
Yes, he did.
Are you kidding me? Chef, you said no to Cody too?
Yes, I said no to Cody and I said no to you. I don't want any candy.
Wow, Chef Pee-Pee, there's starving kids in other countries that would love to eat a PlayStation 5. But you said no.
That doesn't make sense.
Play Animal Crossing videos with your screen off. Try YouTube Premium on
Need
us.
lapis, so maybe we should go on a mining adventure. But first, I want to see what's in here, just in case it's something that really good spawn, like our next Nether Fortress. I'll come back in.
No, so you should go try it.
Okay, no, Junior.
Why?
Because Chef Pee-Pee didn't buy from us, so he's not going to buy from Joseph either.
How do you know?
Because he already told us no, so he's going to tell Joseph no too.
Can you tell the future, Cody?
What?
How do you know he's going to say no, unless you can tell the future?
What, Junior, he already told us he doesn't have enough money.
So then who do we sell to, Cody?
Somebody who actually has money.
Who has money? Ooh, doctors!
They do.
We can sell to a doctor. I can call a doctor and pretend I'm having a heart attack and say the only way he can save my life is if he buys a box of chocolates.
Junior, that's not going to work.
What? How do you know, Cody? Can you tell the future? What's the lottery numbers for next week?
Junior, I don't know.
Well, I thought you could tell the future. It's just stop trying to predict what people are going to do. So you guys go hide, and I'm going to call a doctor and pretend I'm having a heart attack.
Okay, trash, spawn. I'm still gonna make copies of this world just so that if the world like gets corrupted.
Like Cody's mom. You get it, Cody?
Yeah.
Owie, oh God.
Okay, what do I do, kid? I don't know what to do in this situation.
Oh, well, I read online that the only way to stop a heart attack is if you buy this whole box of chocolates for $52.
Okay, let me go get my wallet.
Oh, please hurry. Owie, oh, ow.
Oh, no. All I had was $40.
What? You don't have $50?
No, I'm $12 short. Oh, God, why? Please spare his life. Oh, why didn't I go to an ATM on the way here? Oh, God. Oh, I lost my debit card. Oh, no.
I'm feeling a little better.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now.
Oh, good. Then I don't have to buy the candy.
Oh, no. Ow, it's starting again.
Oh, okay.
I heard that there's a fire sale on candy, so I'll sell you this whole box for $40.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I hope you feel better.
Yes. Look, Cody, he bought a box, so in your face.
You showed him, dude.
Junior, you lost money.
Lost money? It looks like I made money, Cody. What are you talking about?
The box was worth $52, and you only sold it for $40.
Well, how do you know there's 52 candy bars in that box?
Because the box literally says 52 bars right on it.
Well, have you opened up the box and counted 52 candy bars?
No.
So there might be 40 in there. You don't know.
Fine.
Oh, wait, I forgot you could tell the future. So look, we made $40, so we only need...
We need $49,960.
That's how much we need?
Yeah, I know, it's a lot.
Oh my God, we need to get to selling. We need to sell quick.
Yeah.
Okay, who do we know that loves candy? Who do we know that's fat? Who do we know?
They should have done Fatso.
The equator.
They should have done Fatso for the scene, and you can't change my mind on that.
They have their own gravitational pull. Gravitational pull. Who do we know that's that fat? Oh, Joseph, don't we know somebody whose parent is that fat?
I don't know. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, it's like someone's mom.
Junior, just say it.
Oh yeah, Cody, your mom. She's that fat.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, she's so fat. She would buy all our candy.
Yeah, every box.
Yeah, every single box. All right, Joseph, start loading up a U-Haul, all of the boxes of candy.
Oh, I'm gonna call the U-Haul.
Yeah, we're gonna get a big U-Haul truck full of candy bars, and we're gonna try to sell it to. we are gonna sell it to your mom because she loves candy. She's gonna eat all the candy.
Junior, I've never seen her eat candy in my entire life.
But yeah, you've never seen her eat it because she just devours it so fast. She's like a vacuum. It's like a magic.
No.
But anyway, so yeah, let's go try to sell it to your mom. Let's get on candy.
I don't want to. Now it's gonna waste a piece of coal.
I was going through your phone, and the name of one of your contacts is Side Chick.
Side Chick? Baby, I'm a superhero. Yeah, I'm a superhero. And side chick, it was supposed to be sidekick, but autocorrect changed it in my phone. You know how that happens.
Oh. But she said, I want you so bad, Daddy.
My superhero name is Daddy. Yeah. And she want me to help her with these bad criminals. You know, I gotta save the day, baby.
All right, Junior, there's my parents and my dad making excuses about cheating.
Oh, I'm gonna sell a whole bunch of candy. Hey, you big fat stupid cow.
Oh, hey, Cody and his friends.
What y'all want? We're selling chocolate, and I was wondering if you'll buy a couple hundred boxes.
Oh, I'm sorry, boys, I can't. I'm allergic to chocolate.
Allergic to chocolate?
Shit, take a certain type of chocolate. You know what I mean?
It melts in my mouth.
Well, can you at least buy, like, at least one box?
Well, Cody, is this gonna help you get good grades? Yes? Okay, I guess I can buy one box. Let me go get my purse. Alright, how much is one box?
$52.
Oh, well, all I have is 100.
Well, we don't have any change.
Oh, well, how much is two boxes?
$104.
I'm sorry, boys, I can't buy one. All I have is this 100.
Well, we could give you two boxes for 100.
But then I'd be $4 short. Unless you want me to do something else to make up for those $4.
Come on, Judah.
I'm sorry, I just go back to my street smarts. It's all I know.
Well, we will take your 100 and you can have two boxes of candy. Let's go, guys. Come on.
Okay.
Wow, Cody, if your mom would have had more than $100, she would have bought all our candy.
Yeah, dude.
Junior, we lost $4.
Look, we can write this $4 off on our taxes.
What?
Yeah, so look, how do we sell more candy now? Ooh, we can go door to door and try to sell candy that way.
What happened to Fatso?
No one's gonna want to buy candy from us at night.
They'll think we're trick-or-treating.
Like,
What? Junior,
he just completely got swept under the rug. Most of you people don't even know who he is. Just because of how fast he's gone. One episode, gone. Why did I bring my diamond pick? Oh, hopefully I don't die.
So we can eat a PS5. Come on, guys.
Oh, wow.
All right, guys, what house should we try to sell to first?
Ooh, dude, I like that house over there.
Well, that house is still under construction. Oh, guys, there's a guy laying down in the street.
Junior, that's a homeless man. Don't point.
Well, we don't know if he's homeless. That could be Elon Musk in disguise.
More like Elon Musky because he smells like pee.
What? You think that's a homeless guy?
Yeah.
Well, that's sad. When do you think the last time he's eaten is?
I don't know.
Well, let's go offer him some candy.
Well, Junior, he's too poor to afford candy.
Hey, mister, are you homeless?
Someone stole my shirt.
Someone stole your shirt? Well, we're selling candy for a school fundraiser. It's $52 for a box, so can you buy some?
Candy. Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, we have Reese's Pieces. Do you want any? No. You
Fuck
can't
off!
unless you have money.
This is my laptop.
No money.
No money.
Money?
I guess he really is homeless. He's not Elon Musk.
No, obviously.
You know what? I feel really bad. Look, you can have a box for free.
Well, yeah, no, Junior, we're gonna lose money again.
You know what? Have two. I feel sorry for you.
You don't have three. You'll get another box.
Get another box? Okay, dude.
He's homeless, Cody. He hasn't eaten forever. Look, here, eat all the candy. All right, come on, Cody. All right, guys, what house do we go to next?
Guys, we just gave away 3 boxes of candy. That was worth $156.
Cody, he was homeless. He'd be nice.
Yeah, dude, have a heart.
Yeah, who raised you? Farm animals?
Right? A pig?
Yeah, they did. They did pigs and cows.
Yeah, his mom.
All right, let's try that house. Okay, let's go. All right, guys, let's try to sell to this house.
Hey, guys, what doing?
Oh, hey, Jeffy, how many boxes of candy do you sell?
None. No one wants to spend $52 on a box of candy.
I know, everyone's so poor. All right, let's try this house.
What do you poor kids want?
Well, we're selling candy for our school fundraiser, and we're wondering if you want to buy any.
Ew, that's poor people candy. I only eat caviar and filet mignon.
Well, what do you have for dessert? Because you can buy some chocolate for dessert.
Well, that's poor people dessert. I only eat solid gold, and it broke out all my teeth, so that's why I don't have any teeth.
Well, can you at least buy, like, one box, Richard? We know you have money.
Well, I would love to, but I can't, because I spent $10 million on V-Bucks, and my dad caught me, and he got mad, and he took all my money and my credit cards.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, there's no other way you can, like, buy a box, please?
Well, I could buy some boxes if you guys accept Bitcoin.
Cody, do we accept Bitcoin?
I don't know.
I mean, is Bitcoin valuable?
Well, here, I have a bunch of Bitcoin. You can take that. It's pretty valuable to me.
All right, give them all the boxes of candy.
Okay, dude. Yes.
Guys, look at all the Bitcoin we got.
Is that even a lot?
Oh, it's a gold mine, Cody. I'm gonna get that PS5.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna get my sticky hand. And I'm gonna get my magnets.
Oh, I can't wait for school tomorrow. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, class. I sure hope you sold a lot of candy bars, because my bills are past due. So, Junior, how many candy bars did you sell?
Well, teacher, me, Jeffy, Cody, and Joseph decided to add all our money together, and we bought 32 Bitcoins. And at $37,000 apiece, that equals $1,184,000. So, Joseph wants the sticky hands, I want the PlayStation 5, Cody wants the handcuffs, and Jeffy wants the magnets.
Wait, Junior, we raised over $1 million. Why are we wasting it all on this junk? We don't need this stuff.
I need the sticky hand, and I need the magnet, and I want the PlayStation 5, and you need the handcuffs. So shut up, Cody.
Yeah, guys.
Well, holy crap! Bring me those Bitcoins to come claim your prizes.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Here you go, teacher.
39.
Doing business, Junior.
Oh, come on, guys, let's get all our prizes. Guys, look at my magnet. Oh, that's so cool. Look at my PlayStation 5.
Hey, Junior, I've been a bad girl. You want to help me take these handcuffs off?
Oh, do it. Ow. Don't stop with your stupid sticky hand, Joseph. Oh, it's so cool. No, my PlayStation 5 is so cool. Who's that? There's someone at the door. Hold on. Hello?
This is not a Bitcoin. It's a fake toy coin.
No, it's a real Bitcoin. I got it from, like, this millionaire guy.
You give me all the prizes back right now.
Okay. Here you go.
Don't you ever try to scam me again.
Guys, our teacher was at the door, and he said the Bitcoin we gave him were fake.
They were fake.
No way, dude. Yeah, he said they were fake, and he wanted all our prizes back. But I gave him back the PS5 box full of bricks, so he'll never notice it's full of bricks.
That's smart.
Junior, I think he noticed.
Well, I'm just not gonna answer the door.
Oh my god, shut up. I hate that annoying intro. You're too lucky I'm too lazy to switch channels.
Man, I can't wait to eat Cookie Crisp with my friends for breakfast.
Junior, where do you think you're going with that?
Me and my friends are gonna be eating Cookie Crisp for breakfast.
No, you're not. Junior, do you want diabetes?
Yes.
What? No, you don't, Junior. Shut up. Look, I made vegetables for you, so you're eating vegetables for breakfast.
Vegetables?
Junior, you need to start eating healthier, okay?
Ugh.
Healthy? Look, I told my friends we were eating Cookie Crisp for breakfast, so I had to eat Cookie Crisp.
No, you're not. Look, I guess you lied to your friends. You're not eating Cookie Crisp.
But shut me. If we don't eat Cookie Crisp, they're gonna call me a loser.
Well, you need to face the truth because you are a loser.
Let her chat, baby. Look, please. We have to eat cookies for breakfast, please.
No, you're not eating Cookie Crisp today, Junior.
I can't eat vegetables for breakfast. That's gross.
Cookie Crisp time!
Need some Cookie Crisp!
Cookie Crisp time! Cookie Crisp time! Cookie Crisp time! Cookie Crisp time!
Ew!
Oh my God, it's vegetables! What's wrong with you?
Oh God, I'm melting!
I'm gonna be sick. Guys, I don't want to eat vegetables, but Chef Pee-Pee said we can't eat cookies for breakfast because it's unhealthy.
It's cookies for breakfast. Of course it's unhealthy. Junior, we brought our spoons. We've been planning on eating Cookie Crisp today for the last month.
Yeah, dude, it's our bodies. Why is he worried about it?
I don't know. I know it's America. We should be allowed to be obese by the age of 20 if we want to.
Yeah!
Yeah, this is America.
Yeah!
We can get fat if we want to.
Yeah!
Okay, so guys, screw these vegetables. I'm gonna take these vegetables, I'm gonna throw them in Chef Pee-Pee's face.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm gonna grab a box of Cookie Crisp, okay?
Yeah, you take this trash out of here.
Yeah, it's trash. It's trash.
Yeah, it's trash. It's crap.
Yeah, it's ugly crap.
Yeah, let's spit on it.
Yeah.
Gross. Hey, little girl. Yeah. Let's take it. What? I said let's spit on it, because it's crap.
Alright, I'm taking this and throwing it in Chef Pee-Pee's face.
Yeah, do that, dude.
Okay. Chef Pee-Pee put the Cookie Crisp on top of the refrigerator. So all I have to do is throw this bowl of vegetables at his head, knock him out, grab the Cookie Crisp, and run. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Bullseye! Alright, guys, I got the Cookie Crisp.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cookie Crisp!
I like that their mascot's a wolf, so if he ate that chocolate, he'd die.
Wait, wolves die if they eat chocolate? I thought only dogs died if they ate chocolate.
Wolves are like dogs, so he'd still die.
Wait, so he's willing to die over the cereal?
Yeah.
Well, Toucan Sam's not willing to die over the Fruit Loops, so that means the cereal is worth dying for.
Yeah, let's munch.
Let's get to munching. Wait, hold on. Let me turn on the TV so I can watch TV while we eat. Catch Fortnite highlights with your screen locked. Try
Imagine if that was the ad that played on the TV. Make sure don't miss Fortnite Live.
Marketing for the hit cereal Cookie Crisp. Now here at Cookie Crisp, we're looking for a new catchy jingle to sell our cereal, because it turns out telling people it's cookies for breakfast is making parents not want to give the cereal to their kids. So I am personally offering my PS5 to anybody who comes up with a new catchy jingle for our cereal. Now I know what you're thinking. Why am I up here asking you to make a jingle for me? Well, that's because my boss has given me till tomorrow to come up with one, and, well, I'm kind of stuck. I can't really think of anything, so if you could help me out, that'd be great, and I'll give you a PS5.
Whoa! Joseph, stop eating your cereal like a woodpecker.
Oh, my bad, dude. It's a bad habit.
Why'd you even bring the spoon? Guys, we could win a PlayStation 5. We could all win one.
Well, one.
What?
I mean, we could win one.
No, we're going to win a PlayStation 5, but we haven't won a PlayStation 5 yet.
Well, when we win, we will have won one.
You don't have to say one twice. If we win, we'll win one.
No, I mean, we won't all win one.
Yes, we will. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to win one.
Okay, we're not even going to win, so it doesn't matter.
All right, guys, we got to think of a catchy slogan for Cookie Crisp.
Dude, I got one.
Well, what is it?
$5 Cookie Crisp.
Oh, I like that. I like that. And then they can sell Cookie Crisp for $5.
Exactly. No, guys, we can't do that. Subway already did that.
What?
Well, you know, they had that song that was like $5 foot long.
What? No.
I'm pretty sure I just thought of it.
Yeah, Subway didn't do that.
Yeah, they did. They did it like years ago.
What? Okay, foot long just talk about something you want.
Right?
Ooh, I got it. You can't out Cookie Crisp the Hut.
Dude, that's genius.
Right?
No, that's just Pizza Hut.
What? No, it's not.
Pizza Hut is you can't out Pizza the Hut.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought of that on my own. I was like, you can't out Cookie Crisp the Hut.
Well, you didn't think of that, because why else would you say Hut?
Well, why does Pizza get a Hut?
Well, because they're called Pizza Hut.
Well, what if we call ours Cookie Crisp Hut?
Well, that's not the name of the company. It's just Cookie.
Okay. You can't out Cookie the Crisp.
What, Junior? No, that's too similar. We're gonna get sued.
No, it's too similar.
But yeah.
Okay, so then why doesn't the color orange sue the color red?
Gee, that doesn't even make sense.
No, the colors look really similar, so why don't they sue each other? Because they're similar.
Yeah, they know how to get along.
Yeah.
But they're not.
If colors can get along, then the companies can get along.
Okay, you know what? Fine, guys.
Why doesn't Aquafina sue Dasani? They both sell water. It looks the same.
But they're not stealing each other's ideas for slogans.
Well, no, we're saying Cookie Crisp. We're not saying Pizza Hut. We're not saying Subway.
Guys, can we just go back to watching TV and eating our cookies?
No, we're going to win this PlayStation 5, and we're all going to have one, and we get to play.
Alright, fine.
Alright, so, Joseph, you're going to write the lyrics.
Okay, dude.
I'm going to sing with my beautiful voice, and Joseph, you're going to... I call you Joseph. Cody, you're going to shoot the music video, and we're all going to have contributed to this cool jingle, okay?
Alright, fine.
Alright, let's all huddle up. Oh, huddle up.
Alright, dude, okay.
Break.
Look, we didn't even...
Hey, Cody.
Yeah?
Let me tell you about the best mother-frickin' cereal you can buy.
What is it, Junior?
Well, it's these cookies that you get to eat for breakfast.
For breakfast?
Yeah, for breakfast.
What's the cereal called, Junior?
God damn
It's
it.
called Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm Cookie Crisp.
Wait, that's McDonald's.
I'm cuckoo for Cookie Crisp.
It's Cocoa Puffs.
They're magically delicious.
That's Lucky Charms.
They're magically delicious.
What?
Silly rabbit, Cookie Crisp for breakfast.
Okay, that was Trix.
The cereal that smiles back.
Goldfish.
They're dangerously cheesy.
Cheetos.
You can taste the rainbow.
That's Skittles.
I'm a Cookie Crisp now.
But Huggies?
Like a good neighbor. Cookie Crisp is there.
State Farm?
Cookie Crisp gives you wings. Give me a break.
What?
Give me a break of that Cookie Crisp.
Kit Kat.
Finger looking good.
KFC.
They're great.
Frosted Flakes.
Oh yeah.
Boy.
We have the meats.
Arby's.
Have it your way.
Burger King.
Cookie Crisp, you're in good hands.
Allstate.
Cookie Crisp.
No, guys, shut up.
Cookie Crisp.
No, guys, we can't do this. This is stealing. See, this is clearly McDonald's. This is stealing. What I'm talking about. Guys, we're gonna get in trouble. We can't just keep stealing. No. No, it's Cocoa Puffs. Guys, okay, look, guys, I don't want to have any part of this. I'm leaving.
They're magically delicious. Silly rabbit, Cookie Crisp for breakfast. just sent the song to the contest.
Dude, we're totally gonna win.
Oh, we're definitely gonna win, Joseph.
Yeah, dude.
Are we gonna win, Cody?
No, we're gonna get sued because this song's illegal.
Illegal? But, oh, you're saying the song is so good, it should be illegal, because after people hear it, Cookie Crisp is gonna sell billions and billions of boxes of cereal and make trillions of dollars, and it should be illegal to have that much money.
Yeah, totally.
No, it's illegal because we stole ideas from a bunch of other companies.
We didn't steal ideas. Look, Joseph is a lyrical genius, and every lyric in this song was 100% original, right, Joseph?
Yeah, 100% original. Came off the dome. I thought of it.
Like right off the dome. Like the lyric, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, I'm Cookie Crisp. Like Joseph thought of that.
Yeah, dude, I just thought of it. I don't know how I thought of it. It just came to me.
Yeah, it just came to him.
You thought of it because you heard it in a McDonald's commercial.
Oh, okay, what about we have the meats?
Yeah, that's from Arby's.
Well, no, it's not. We thought of that originally, right, Joseph?
Yeah, it just came to me in a dream, dude.
Yeah, we have the meats.
Sometimes I leave my TV on, when I fall asleep, but it did come to me in a dream.
Yeah.
Why would you even say you had meats? There's no meat in Cookie Crisp.
No, it's not about meat being in the Cookie Crisp. It's about, like when you eat a lot of Cookie Crisp, you get really fat. So you have a lot of meat on your body. So you have the meats on your body from eating a lot of Cookie Crisp.
Guys, okay, whatever. When we get sued, I don't want to have any part of this, okay?
Well, you basically had no part of this because you didn't think of anything. Like, you held the camera, so you have, 1% of effort. Like, you get 1% of credit for this commercial. Guys, that could be the PS5. Oh, dude.
Or a lawyer.
Hello?
Congratulations, you won the PS5!
Oh, my God!
Yeah, you made my job a lot easier. Here you go.
Oh, my God, thank you so much. Yes! Cody, we got a PS5!
Yeah, we did.
No way.
Yes way, no thanks to you.
I held the camera.
You did 1% of effort, so you get to play it for 1 minute.
Oh, dude, I want to play it right now.
Well, I want to play it right now.
Well, dude, I should play it first. I wrote the song.
Well, I sang the song.
Well, I am the song because I wrote it. Everybody's going to remember the lyrics.
Well, it wouldn't have been a hit if it wasn't for my beautiful voice singing it.
No, nobody cares about your voice. It's the lyrics, dude.
Okay, how about this, Joseph? How about this? How about for the first 6 months of the year, I get to keep the system at my house. And for the second 6 months of the year, you get to keep it at your trailer.
No, that's not fair. I want to play it now.
Okay, well, can you think of a better reason?
How about we flip a coin for it, and if it lands on tails, I get to take it to my house.
Trailer.
Whatever. And if it lands on heads, you get to keep it at your house.
Well, that does seem fair.
Wait, what about me? I helped.
What about you?
Well, I did hold the camera.
Okay, how about this? If it lands on heads, I get to keep it at my house. If it lands on tails, Joseph gets to take it to his trailer. And if it lands perfectly on the edge like this, not heads or tails, if it just lands right on the edge, you get to take it to your house.
Oh, come on, that'll never happen.
Yeah, because you did nothing, so you should get the least amount of chance to keep it at your house.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think it's fair too, so I'm gonna flip it. It went behind the couch. Let's go look. All right, Joseph, where's it at?
Right there, dude.
Yes!
Oh, no way!
It's a miracle!
No, it's a nightmare.
No, there's no way it landed like that. Okay, new rule, it has to land on a hard surface like that.
No, you didn't say that, Junior. This counts.
Well, I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say that, dude. So I guess it's fair.
It's not fair. Look, it landed like that on carpet, so technically it's faulty. We gotta redo it.
No, Junior, it landed the way you said it, so now I get to keep the PS5.
But you didn't do anything. I sang the song. I put my heart and soul into it.
What? Your heart and soul in the lyrics you didn't write?
What?
But guys, if you want to play, you can just come over to my house.
Cody! Well, we better set it up right, because we're playing it tonight, and I'm gonna play it all night at your house, so set it up right.
I'm gonna play it before me.
Stupid corner.
Karen, when my boss gave me that raise for getting the Cookie Crisp song done, I thought I'd use the money on something nice, not to buy you a new ukulele.
But Boydie, I thought you liked it when I sang to you.
Did I really say that? I must have wanted some that night.
Boydie, what should I sing next?
The least annoying thing possible.
Rockin' all around the Christmas tree.
January, what? God, I miss my PS5.
Boydie misses his PS5.
I gotta get it back somehow. Wait. I already got the raise. I could just go over to whoever's house I gave the PS5 to and just take it. Yeah, I could just dress up like a cop and say that I gotta search the house and then just nab it.
Boydie's gonna dress up like a cop and get his PS5 back.
Oh, wow, PS5. I didn't think you'd actually come to my house. Oh, so cool. Oh, I can't wait to set you up. Is that at the door?
Boy, where do you think you're going?
I was gonna answer the door.
No, not in my house. You better go in the kitchen and wash dishes with your mama.
But it might be my friends.
You don't have friends. Dork.
Okay.
I'm in a Facebook group called Houseplant Hobbyist. I post stuff like, can you guys help me save my plant? But you also see people sharing vulnerable things. If
it's always surprising, but in the very best way. You can take on anything with Facebook groups. More together.
Hello? Hey there, sir. No, I'm not here to arrest anybody.
Well, prove it.
Well, I don't have any handcuffs.
Let me see.
See, no handcuffs here.
You should have said that the first time. What do you want?
Well, I'm with the neighborhood watch, and
We don't like your kind here, so tell me what you want real fast.
Okay, I'm with the neighborhood watch, and I'm going door to door looking for the boogeyman.
The boogeyman?
Yeah, the boogeyman. He's real dangerous, and I think he might be hiding under your kid's bed.
Look, if you wanted to search my house, you should just ask. Look, I want to let you come in and search my house.
Oh.
But if you find anything, it's not mine. It's my wife's.
Oh.
So take her to jail.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, come on. All right, this is my son's room. He a little fruity, but I get to claim him on my taxes, so it's all good. Yeah, he one of them LGBTQs. So he like lettuce, guacamole, bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, and I think quesadillas or something. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no! A boogeyman box!
A boogeyman box? That's a PlayStation 5!
No, sir. That's a boogeyman box. See, the boogeyman lives in a box, and that's it. That's what that is.
Whatever works, dude. As long as I don't have to go to jail for it.
Okay,
Take whatever.
I'm gonna have to confiscate this.
You're so slimy. What's up, Mom? Not right now, Cody. What's wrong, Mom? You know the little goldfish that you love so much? Yeah, well, I was cleaning his fish bowl, and he wouldn't sit still, so he fell down the garbage disposal. Get him out, Mom! What do you think I've been trying to do, Cody? Or what do you think this fork is for? Mom, you can't get him out with a fork. You talk back to me one more time, and I'm gonna turn the disposal on. Hold on, Mom. There's someone at the door. Don't turn it on! Hello?
Hey, we came to play the PlayStation 5.
It's not a good time, guys.
It's not a good time. You're just trying to hog it for yourself.
Fine, okay, come in. My parents are being really weird. Alright, guys, it's right here.
Where's it at, Cody?
I don't know. It was right here.
How do you lose a PlayStation 5, Cody?
I don't know. Junior was here a minute ago.
Wow. Yeah, I know what you're doing, Cody. You're so selfish and so greedy that you hid the PS5 and you're going to act like you lost it just so you can play it all by yourself.
But no, guys, really, it was right here a minute ago. Wait, what's this? Police. This is a police hat.
I know where he lives.
Wait, how do you know he lives, dude?
I follow him sometimes.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so what you're trying to do is you're trying to say that the PlayStation 5 was stolen by a police officer? Police officers don't steal. They stop people from stealing.
Well, it was his PlayStation to begin with, so maybe he wanted it back.
Okay, how about this? Joseph, you stay here and watch Cody and make sure he doesn't run off. And I'll go to the police officer's house and see if he stole the PS5 back.
Oh, I'll stay here, dude. And if he moves, it's pummeling time,
It's
right?
pummeling time.
Oh, yeah, pummeling time.
And if I go to the police officer's house and he doesn't have the PS5, pummeling time.
Pummeling time.
Okay, so I'll be right back, Cody.
I missed you, baby. I'm so glad I got my PS5 back. Yeah, I did, Karen. Can you just go play that outside, please?
Buddy wants me to go play outside!
Alright, let's get to playing. Oh, it's been a long day. Time to play me some Spider-Man. Yeah, look at that. I'm Spider-Man. Who am I? I'm Spider-Man. That's right. Oh, good grief. Who could that be?
No.
Oh, hey, you. Hey, how's that PS5 treating you?
I had to walk across the interstate to get here.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Okay, well, you left your hat.
Oh, did I? Oh, well, thank you for returning that. I'll just take that right back from you.
I'm not giving you back until you give us our PS5 back.
I don't have your PS5.
Oh, really? Because I found your hat where the PS5 used to be. So you came back and took it back, and your hat fell off.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have it.
Well, if you don't have it, then let me look around your house, and if I don't see it, I'll give you your hat back.
No, but you're not a cop. You don't have a warrant. You don't even know how this works.
Well, come on. Okay, I guess I'll just go throw your hat on the interstate.
No, I need that. If I lose part of my uniform, I get fined.
So let me see you around your house, and if there's a PS5, then you give it back. If I don't see a PS5, then you get to have your hat back.
Okay. Come on in.
Nice place.
Thank you. Yeah, hey, what's up?
Oh, I heard a noise.
Oh, that's weird.
Shoot!
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, this is a hammer that I have. Do you like it?
It's nice.
Yeah, show it to all my guests. It's purple.
That's cool.
Weighs 7 ounces, yeah.
Wow. Can I get a glass of water?
You know, you sure can. Yeah, just help yourself. Well, that's actually the freezer.
Oh, wait, do you have any cups?
I don't really want to... Ow! I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. You PlayStation's in the living room. Just go get it. I'm sorry.
Okay. There it is, the PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm sorry again about the whole hammer thing. I don't know. I was just being immature. I just didn't want to lose the PlayStation. I just got a raise. I can buy another one.
All right, well, here's your hat back.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I can't wait to take this home.
Who's that?
I'll get it.
But you can't get the door in my house. I'll get it. Hello?
It's cold and the interstate is right there. I'm scared someone's gonna run off the interstate and hit me. Let me inside your house.
Yeah, okay, come in.
I'm Spider-Man.
Oh, I want to be Spider-Man. Oh, yeah, sorry. Why you here?
Well, I'm here because I'm the CEO of McDonald's, Burger King, Lucky Charms, Kit Kat, and State Farm. You know what? All the companies. And I'm suing you for using our slogans. It's copyright.
Well, you're suing it? Why?
Because you submitted the little Cookie Crisp jingle, and I'm not the CEO of Cookie Crisp. So I'm suing you because you used our copyright slogans.
But I thought it was original. Kid, wasn't it original?
Definitely, 100%.
I'm suing it. And I'm suing you because you're the one who submitted it.
Oh, come on, please don't sue me. My life sucks enough as it is.
Well, my son does want the new PlayStation 5, so I guess you could give me that.
Kid, give him the PlayStation.
No way, it's mine.
Give me the PlayStation.
It's mine.
All right, take the PlayStation.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, the lesson today is don't steal. Yeah, that.
Bipolar depression. It's a dark, lonely place.
This is art inspired by real stories of
And
people
I
living.
don't care.
All right, guys, you ready to play superheroes?
Oh, yeah, dude, but I'm the Joker.
I'm Batman.
I want to be Batman.
No, Cody, I'm always Batman. You have to be someone else. Be Robin.
I don't want to be stupid, stinky, ugly, dumb Robin.
Okay, well, then go choose someone, but you can't be Batman.
Oh, Junior, you have another Batman. We can both be Batman.
We both can't be Batman, Cody. There's only one Batman.
Yeah, that's against the rules, dude.
You have to get the rules.
Yeah, we can. Look, hey, Batman, it's me, other Batman.
No, you're one of those dumb Batmans that work on Times Square.
What?
Well, okay, Cody, look, we can both be Batman, but you're the Ben Affleck Batman. I'm Christian Bale.
Well, I don't want to be Ben Affleck Batman. He was fat.
Okay, well, then don't be Batman at all. Go be Mexican Superman.
But, Junior, you always make me be Mexican Superman.
Mexican Superman's the coolest.
Yeah, Mexican Superman's awesome, dude. He always saves the day right in time to make it to his daughter's quinceañera.
Yeah, he's so awesome.
All right, let's get this over with.
Okay.
Hey, I'm the bad guy, Joker. You can't beat me, Batman.
Oh, well, you don't understand who I have as my secret weapon.
Who?
Come on, say your thing.
Soy el Mexican Superman.
Oh, no, not Mexican Superman with Batman. My two arch nemesis, I'm outnumbered.
Yes, and you don't understand what he had up his sleeve. Say it.
Hot plate.
Oh, not a hot plate. Oh, no, that's my weakness.
Yeah. Now hit him with the Baja Blast.
Oh, Baja Blast. Oh, I'm melting.
And now you better get out of here before he gets the Gordito Crunch.
Oh, not the Gordito Crunch.
Yay, we saved the day.
Arriba.
All right. You want to watch TV or something?
Oh, yeah.
Let's watch TV.
Hey there, have you ever wondered if you were related to someone famous? Well, now you can find out. Just call me at 1-800-FAMOUS-DNA-Testers.com, and I'll personally come to your house and tell you who you're related to. You might even be related to Jeff Bezos. Maybe he owes you some money. Maybe you're like a long-lost kid of his or something. Come find out.
Oh, guys. I want to get DNA tested. I want to see what famous person I'm related to.
I don't know, Junior. That place looks like a scam.
Yeah, I want to get tested, too. I bet I'm related to Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
I know, right?
I bet I'm related to George Washington Carver.
Ooh.
Who's that?
The guy who invented peanut butter. Duh.
Oh, well, why would you be related to him?
Because he's smoother than peanut butter. Duh.
Yeah, Cody. Who do you think you're related to? A dork?
Dr. Dork?
Yeah. Robert E. Dork?
Professor Dork with a degree?
Yeah, Ulysses S. Dork?
Captain Dork with a ship?
Yeah, Elon Musky Dork?
Dorky Dorky?
Yeah, I Dorky?
My life as a teenage dork bot?
Yeah.
These are just TV shows.
Dork and Josh? I Dorky?
Oh, man, Dorky.
Dorks, imaginary home for dorks?
Yeah.
What's it called? Cat Dork?
South Dork?
South Dork? Family Dork? Cinnamon Toast Dork?
Rick and Dorky?
Dorks? A bunch of dorks. I got one. This is the dork life of Zach and Dorky. On deck.
On deck!
Okay, I will get the tested just so I can prove I'm not a dork.
Oh, yeah, let's call a doctor so we get DNA test. Dork.
Hey there, somebody
Oh
call a
god, that
doctor
was
to get
way
DNA
too
tested?
close.
Yeah, we saw the commercial and we want to do the test to see who we're related to.
Oh, it's really fun. You never know who you'll be related to. Like I did it, and my great-grandmother was Amelia Earhart.
Really?
Yeah, it explains why I'm so good at hide and seek, and so bad at flying planes.
So how do we do it?
Well, you see these DNA sample tubes?
Yeah.
Well, you just take some bodily fluid and put it in the tube.
Okay, so I can spit in it?
Yeah, sure, or whatever else. It doesn't really matter.
Ooh, can I poop in it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yes.
Oh, I know what I'm putting in there.
All right, so after we put the stuff in there, then what happens?
I just run it back to the lab, then I'll have your results by the next scene.
Okay, I'm gonna spit in mine. And time to poop. Oh, man, guys, I can't wait for our test results to be ready.
All right, your test results are ready.
They're ready? Are they cool?
Oh, they're cool. All right, Cody, we're going to start with you. The most famous person you're related to is Thomas Edison.
Whoa, no way, dude.
That's so sick.
Who am I related to?
You're related to Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon. I knew a lot about space. Whoa, an astronaut, dude? I know, it's so cool. Oh.
Okay, Joseph, you're related.
Martin Luther King. Oh, man, I always knew I had a dream. I dream every night.
No, not quite, but close. Osborne Dorsey.
Who's that?
He's the inventor of the doorknob.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm always good with, turning doorknobs.
Yep, you have fun with that information.
Oh, this is so cool. All right, guys, can we just admit that I'm related to the coolest person ever, Neil frickin' Armstrong?
No, Edison is cooler because he invented the light bulb. Without him, we'd be in the dark right now.
No, because if Edison wouldn't have invented it, somebody else would have invented the light bulb.
Dude, the only way you would have been able to get inside your house today is because of my boy Dorsey.
Well, no, because then Walmart invented those automatic doors.
What?
You don't even need doorknobs. We don't even need them. See, Neil Armstrong, he discovered the moon.
He didn't discover the moon, Junior. He just went there.
Yeah, and they say the first person to go on land discovered that land. So he was the first person on the moon. So he discovered the moon. And he got there with his cool spaceship. He flew there, landed, he got out, and then he danced on the moon.
Dude, he wouldn't be able to get out of his spaceship without a doorknob.
Well, he wouldn't be able to see the doorknob without a light bulb.
Well, he wouldn't have been able to go to the moon if he would have discovered the moon in the first place.
Dude, you use doorknobs for anything.
No, you use light bulbs more because you use them every day.
Have you ever heard of a candle?
Well, the moon lights up the sky at night. So, because without the moon, it would be
dark.
Yeah, without
light bulb.
No, without the moon,
you wouldn't even know it was nighttime until you opened the doorknob.
Well, no, you wouldn't know. Well, actually, there's windows. See, Bill Gates invented windows, so you could look out the window. So we don't even need the doorknob.
Who cares? But without doorknobs, we wouldn't even have knock-knock jokes. That's better.
Or without light bulbs, you wouldn't even be able to see who's at the door to answer it.
Well, without the moon, you wouldn't know it was nighttime, so you know not to answer the door because scary people come at night, or fans who don't know the rules. So that, yeah. And see, without the moon, we wouldn't have waves.
Okay, so 0, 0 is where my portal should be.
And to make stupid doorknobs. So actually, you know what, Cody? I'm suing you.
Why?
I'm suing you because Thomas Edison got the idea for a light bulb by looking at the moon. And he went outside, he said, ooh, I like that little light in the sky. Ooh, I want to make one for my own. So he made a light bulb.
Copy. I'm gonna go to bed, guys. It's pretty late. It's already 7, almost 8.
So Cody, you owe Joseph, well, actually, Joseph, you owe Cody money because without the light bulb, Dorsey wouldn't have been able to make a doorknob with a light.
Nah. We had candles, bro.